fine. It's like if I go down on a woman and instead of a vagina, it's chicken tenders.
That's not a problem. I'm not horny. I'm so clever-minded and clear, I'll drink gasoline. I haven't heard from my son in several years. He's probably dead. I think I can finally go after my dream of being a garbage man.
I love being your dirty secret whore that your wife doesn't know about, smiley face.
I don't even understand. I'm not even horny right now. How can this happen? I've never been this not horny in my entire life. I don't have a shred of horniness inside of my body right now.
Welcome to the Dapper Dads. We're not horny.
We're not horny
Despite
this
what
week.
You've heard.
Despite what
horny.
everyone is out here on the street saying about us, we are.
We've made a radical change.
We've made a couple different changes to the show. First and foremost being we are not horny anymore
the
at
most
all.
Important. Your microphone's too low, so I mean you're doing great.
We jerked off twice before we got here.
Before. I did it over there.
I'm currently finishing number 2 as we're speaking
so,
right now.
Don't watch the video at youtube.com/we don't get a URL yet because nobody cares. Go to www.thedapperdads.com. You can see the YouTube from there. You can also see everything. Everything is there. Literally everything. Don't ask us for shit. Everything's there. None of it's horny. Nothing's
horny.
Weird. There's
Nothing's
nothing behind
weird.
any walls.
There's nothing
no
creepy
secret
going on
pages.
here. There's no innuendos.
It's
it
not
is
on
what
a
it is.
server and...
I'm squeaking again.
Yeah, I know. You're wheezing.
I'm always wheezing for some reason.
You cough a lot, too.
Yeah.
From editing this, are you okay?
Am I okay?
I don't know. You're not horny.
I'm
I
not
know
horny.
that much.
No.
So if you're not horny, go to www.thedapperdads.com. Leave us an anonymous submission about how horny you are on a scale of 1 to 23.
Usually.
Jordan's number. Yeah, tell us where you're at horny-wise, what you could do to be more or less horny if you think your horniness is an issue, whether good or bad. Fill us in. You can be anonymous or you can just own up to it. So when we see you in person, we can gauge your horniness right off the bat because it's hard sometimes to know when you come into a public setting who's horny and who's not horny.
I really feel like there should be like a tie system or something. You know, like a color, like coordinated shirts. Like color coordinated shirts.
What about just wristbands? Thin wristbands.
Colored wristbands, though?
Yeah, I mean, there's going to be a way.
How many levels of horny are we going for here? Are we just doing like red, yellow, green, or
like
are we
go
doing
horny?
Like red is like
horny,
red is
no
like
horny.
I'm not horny at all.
Horny. Yellow,
like
you could be coerced into being horny.
Coerced sounds bad. I would say yellow would
not
be
if
like
a woman is coercing.
Yeah, hello,
Women
coercing me under the table.
I
would say like yellow is more like
slow down, but I might be horny.
I'm kind of horny, but
like
if
a
you're
light
the
where you're like slam on the gas because I could be horny, or make an abrupt stop.
If you
no in between.
If you are what I'm looking for, if you're what I'm looking for, you probably get through the yellow. But if you're not, you should probably pump.
So it's going to be the same as green for men.
Yeah, pretty much.
Even red's still going to.
Yeah, even red on men is a yellow. They're like, well, it looks kind of orange to me.
I mean, for women wearing red, you'd think, no, they're going to be like, she's not horny. But a couple guys are going to be like, hey, I noticed you're not horny. I was going to totally say I'm not horny either unless you like want to see what's going on later.
I saw you're also wearing a red wristband. Yeah, I don't even like sex. Like, it's so stupid. Would you want to like get out of here and get something to eat and like talk about it? Like, this is dumb,
talk about
right?
how horny we're not.
Yeah, I mean, you know, with like, I think like society puts all this weird shit on women where like, you know, men just treat women like they're fucking cock pockets or something like that. Dapper Dad's podcast, no affiliation. And like, yeah, it's like, you know, I think we need to treat women more like people, and I think finding not horny women such as yourself is like a great place to start. So like, do you want to like get my Snapchat and like you can like talk to me later about it? Don't text me. I don't have a phone number or a job.
I just have a Wi-Fi on my iPhone.
I just have Wi-Fi on my iPhone.
So if you don't hear back from me in a bit, it's because I'm not in a public free
don't text me or call me. My girl checks my phone sometimes, and like don't come by my place because like we live together, but like we're not together. It's just like she's still weird like that. It's like a weird
I'm helping
thing.
her out. Her mom's a bitch.
Her mom's a bitch, so I'm just like helping her out, and like she's just staying with me. But like you can come over and like we can fuck if you want. But if you were horny, but like I get it, you're not horny. Like I say,
it's like those wristbands that they talked about high school students doing a couple years ago.
The Livestrong bracelets.
Yeah, and it shows that you have one testicle, and you're also high on weed. Was he doping? What was he doing?
He was doing steroids. He was juicing.
He was probably smoking. You can't just juice and not get blazed.
Yeah, you can't just juice
I mean?
it. Yeah, all that rage, you got to like calm it down with a little bit of weed.
We have a submission that has
about ragedom.
Yeah.
We have a submission from a rageaholic later in the episode.
They are very angry.
Drunk on rageahol.
No, but there was those bracelets where it was like you wear green, you suck dick, you do this. You remember
like the
hearing
jelly
about it?
bracelets or whatever. I
don't.
don't. I feel like that was some bullshit made up by like the Christian
Big
Mothers
bracelet?
Association. Yeah, Big Bracelet or
Big Bracelet
Christian
was trying
Mothers.
to both.
Big Bracelet X Christian Mothers collaboration.
Oh yeah, I'd buy that 7-inch.
Big Bracelet X Mothers Against Dapper Dads collaboration.
Okay, yeah, I've gotten that letter in the mail.
You know how many goddamn mad letters I get in the mail?
Yeah,
You
I'm like,
need to stop
why are you
talking
guys so
about
mad?
sex on the show. You guys are you have millions of kids that look
maybe
up to
should-
you.
Oh god, that
No,
would be the
children should not.
worst.
Can you imagine if like
Yeah,
what would
if
you
a
do?
mom was ever like, I'm angry that you exist because my kid listens to it, I'd be like, you're a bad parent.
Yeah, be like, you're a bad parent. Yeah,
Yeah.
like don't let
It's
your
hard
kids
to listen
to
to a podcast.
Yeah, first of
That's
all,
the only reason.
what
we're
kind
not
of kid
massively
wants to sit there and
successful.
listen to a podcast?
Yeah, kids shouldn't
for
have that
starters?
much
No,
time on
and
their
if they
hands.
do, and you let
They're
them
wearing
find
bracelets
out,
about sucking dicks.
yeah, their kids are out here trying to suck dicks. They're not trying to listen to podcasts.
Yeah. Especially a podcast about sucking dick
Yeah.
primarily.
Weird.
We just cut
Where we're
over
so
at,
not horny.
yeah, we're so not horny.
This
but
is
over
the
at
least horny
www.
podcast in the
dot
entire web.
Patreon.com/DapperDads, we just cut a exclusive episode about sucking dick, but not being
It's
horny.
not horny at all. Go ahead
So.
and call 4027 Dapper. That's 4027327737. Let us know.
How horny?
Let us know the horniest you've ever been.
Yeah. Okay.
What's the
We'll
horniest
take
you've
that.
ever been?
You can
Shoot
also
us a text.
anonymously submit that if that makes you feel more comfortable.
Yeah. Well, because we're not horny, so we want to know like
yeah,
the
it
opposite
doesn't
end of the
matter.
spectrum.
Or like, yeah, tell us your least and most horny. I don't know if I could ever pinpoint the most
I don't.
horny.
I
I've
couldn't
ever been.
pinpoint the least horny I've ever been.
I
don't
probably
think.
could.
Now,
Yeah, I mean,
right
yeah.
now,
Right now, top notch. It's probably been in recent memory. Yeah.
because your T levels are low.
That's not true. I got tested. They said I have the most magnificent T levels they've ever seen.
Oh, I'm sure.
Um,
Sure, you went to a real not horny doctor.
He got horny just looking at my T levels. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, he
much.
got horny taking your blood. He was like, "Good lord."
They always do.
Started growing a bunch of hair on his arms. He was like,
that
your
occupation,
gynecologist.
that occupation that every stupid girl in your high school went on to do. I'll be a phlebotomist. You better never take blood from me.
No.
I'd rather die, and I won't be horny at all.
"Can't be horny if you're dead."
dapperdadspodcast@gmail.com. Email it. Send a photograph of what makes you the least horny. No, don't do that.
Yeah, actually,
those are
don't
just
do
gonna-
that. That could end up bad.
We've been sent some things. Send us a picture of you eating fried chicken.
Do that. I like the
Um,
idea of that.
We've gotten that. I want to get into chicken in a minute, but first off, follow us on Twitter @DapperDads, where we put the words together in a fashion that makes people say, wow, I should unfollow them, but you never get around to it.
You never do
This
because
is
it's
too much work.
complicated and you love
You got to
us.
go to the profile screen. Follow us on Instagram @DapperDadsPodcast, where there'll be pictures of us just really not horny.
Gallivanting around,
Yeah.
doing normal things.
We'll be up to some shenanigans. I don't know when these come out anymore, but I know that shenanigans are afoot. We'll be taking a lot of pictures with feet.
This time tomorrow, we should probably be doing some kind of shenanigans.
Oh, yeah, we'll be into this. I think tomorrow's going to get a little crazy, but
Okay.
this is in the future. There's also a big, fun, exciting announcement coming very
Yep,
soon.
very, very soon.
As long as everything goes good. You know, for us, it never does.
Nope. So keep your fingers crossed that everything goes well, and we should have something nice and new and surprising for you in a minute.
Yeah, very soon. Speaking of chicken, I am gonna kill someone because I cannot get this Popeyes chicken.
If I got to hear one more goddamn thing about
in
the sandwich,
the conversation,
I'm sick of it. I'm sick of
you
it.
know me.
I know you. I know
Me
how
and
you
my
like
chicken
a chicken
sandwiches.
sandwich and strawberry lemonade. That is your
That is
death
it.
row meal right there. We're all
If
aware.
it's death row, I'm adding a soft pretzel with cheese.
Oh well, duh. Yeah,
But,
and an
yeah.
Atterday.
Yeah, a couple.
A couple of
If I'm on
Atterdays.
death row, can I get a case of Atterdays?
I
Who
don't get
gives a
why I
shit?
couldn't get drunk.
I know you can. I at least heard that people have gotten like a beer. I'm not gonna drink one. Yeah, I love to drink beer for the taste. Give me one
No,
beer
give
before
me
I die.
6 tall boy Natterdays.
Let me just
chug.
drink as many as like within reason. Give me a case,
Yeah.
30 rack, and who cares? I'm gonna die. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
So what if I pass out from alcohol poisoning beforehand? Just
Yeah.
inject me when I'm
Do you
passed
think you
out.
could even get drunk?
No,
waiting
the
to
nerves.
die?
No, the nerves.
But
It's
if you
too
drank
much.
30, you have nothing else to do but sit there and drink. Every drink's a 5-second chug when you're alone waiting to die. I feel like 30 beers you could get drunk, but it's gonna be a very emotional drunk.
Yeah,
And
like
be like, give me my sad playlist, and they're gonna be like, you killed 3 people. And I'd be like, Just 3.
Just 3. I'm not a serial killer.
I'll tell you about the rest I killed if you give me some sad music.
If you give me
Let
Blonde
me play
to listen
Blonde
to
one more
for
time.
time.
Oh my god, in a jail cell drinking 30 nanner days just listening to Blonde on repeat.
If that's how my life ends, that's how my life ends.
It could
you
be
know?
a lot worse, yeah.
Yeah.
I could be stabbed in the throat
And
walking down the street.
time was right. Just chugging natter days while the guards are crying around
Yeah,
you.
there's 17 songs on Blonde, so that's almost 2 beers a song. Unless you want to just keep playing it, but say you only get 1 listen, 2 beers a song for Frank. And some of them, like the skit, like the good guy skit, and
Or like the voicemail from his mom.
Yeah.
You're just
sluggish, lazy, unconcerned. Yeah, as you're chugging beers.
beers
Only
on death
14
row.
seconds, yeah.
Good lord.
But
so,
I went
so
to
you
chicken.
can't. Yeah, I remember
I
you
went-
saying you went to the drive-thru
Yeah,
and they
the
were
day-
out of the sandwiches.
Well, I initially heard Popeyes versus Chick-fil-A. I thought we were just talking openly.
yeah.
But no, I didn't know there was a chicken sandwich, so I'm all Chick-fil-A. Popeye's service is the worst service I've ever experienced. Normally, did you win something?
I did win something.
What
I
did you
didn't even
win?
realize this was on the cup.
I saw it and was wondering why you wouldn't peel it. Of course, you had to wait till the middle of the only time we're doing something
A
important.
medium cold brew after 11 a.m.
I thought I was gonna say after 11 p.m.
That's a
Hey, you
weird
wanna?
coupon.
Hey, you wanna stay up later?
You want to be up really fucking
You
late?
take the 11 p.m. cold brew coffee coupon, and the guy just hits on you like, "Oh no, you're not going to sleep. What are you
So-
doing?" I'm totally not horny because I'm working, but you know what I mean.
I mean, what are you doing? I mean, I'm really not horny because I'm having so much caffeine that I don't think my penis is gonna get erect. But what
I
are
hate
you
when
doing
that
later?
happens.
I don't think my dick could get hard the other day because I had one of those new rock stars. They have like 3 new.
Yeah, you sent a picture of this, and I was like,
Yeah.
"Yeah, the man with the heart condition."
Yeah,
the one who should
300
be drinking
milligrams of
300 milligrams.
caffeine.
Did
Yeah.
you get shaky? I've been getting shaky lately.
I didn't get shaky, but I
And I
got
can't
that. I
sleep.
got the restlessness, is what I got.
yeah.
I, like it was like 11 o'clock at night, and I'm just like wandering around my house, like organizing things. Like I'm
Yeah.
organizing like my different incense that I have.
Okay, so
And
yeah,
then
you
like
were
my little
fucked up.
knickknacks were like the keys and everything.
Yeah.
I'm just like doing the dishes and like scrubbing the top of the stove and stuff. And I'm just like
See, I just lay in bed and wait, and it's the worst decision.
screaming
but-
"Long Neck Bottle" by Garth Brooks as loud as I could the whole time I'm doing it.
Sure, stay.
It's a lot. It just came into my head the other day. Like I was just at the gas station pumping gas, and I'm just standing there, you know,
Just
thinking,
pouring out of your truck.
just thinking about nothing like I usually am, you know. And I'm just like, long neck bottle, do 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 do, let go of my
Gas is
hand.
everywhere.
I'm just spraying it.
Yeah.
That jukebox don't
It
stop.
catches on fire.
I'm just hugging it while it's spraying me in the face. There's a girl at home who loves me.
Yeah, so I found out that there was a chicken sandwich.
How
of
long
course.
was the line when you went?
The first time?
Yeah, because
It
I've been
was-
seeing pictures of crazy lines outside
Yeah,
of Popeyes.
we'll get to that. It was like not crazy at all. I didn't think it was like that big, and like that. I didn't realize it had just happened. It was like the day it was announced. So I pulled up, and I was like, then there's 2 chicken sandwiches, regular and a spicy, and I was like, I'm gonna get one of each. Obviously, I think I'd like the spicy, but I gotta know. You know,
because
what I
the
mean?
spicy
I gotta
has
get in
some
this
kind of sauce
conversation
on
right
it,
now.
you know?
what I mean? I gotta
Yeah.
be part of this. I love chicken. I've been waiting years for everyone to start talking about chicken sandwiches. Now I'm out of the loop. I live for this shit. And so I'm like,
You with this chicken sandwich is how I felt about the Impossible Whopper.
yeah, I'm sure. And so I'm like, yeah, can I get the chicken sandwich? And she's like, no. And I was like, what? She's like, we're out of them. And I was like, both? And she goes, yeah, they're all there. I want to give a blanket apology to all Popeyes workers.
Yeah, they got to be going through
because
hell right
I've been
now.
seeing videos and they look so distraught and people are screaming at them like, you can't bring a fine chicken sandwich without expecting some chaos. If you're not ready to fulfill the demand,
Don't do
can't
it.
entice people with the chicken
Well,
sandwich.
that's what I keep hearing about the Impossible Whopper, because places keep running out of it because people are
Yeah.
going, and people like myself are going and buying
Yeah.
like 4 at a time.
I think it's
you know?
also the shit is so like popping on the internet. It's all
Yeah.
going viral. I think they weren't prepared.
Well, because
for
the
it to be
chicken
so-
sandwich has been a debate for years
Yeah.
before. Because we had Chick-fil-A, because Chick-fil-A has been the standard for a long time.
I think so.
You know, and then Wendy's wanted to step in and say that they have a decent
They
chicken
have a
sandwich.
very good chicken sandwich.
I'll give
yeah.
them that.
I'd give them second place out of your run of the mill chicken.
Chick-fil-A
fast food.
first.
Yeah.
Wendy's, and then what would third place be?
I don't even
you
know.
can't even really think of a
I mean,
place.
like, yeah, it depends because like shit.
KFC has not been a part of these conversations at all,
No.
which I fucking love. Is that KFC is just like taking the
They've
back
really
burner.
fucked it up since they made a chicken sandwich out of chicken. Like
Yeah.
the double down or whatever.
Yeah, that
Get
was.
outta
I
here.
remember that. That was good.
Just
two
but like you
pieces of
gotta,
fried
yeah.
chicken
If we're
with
talking
bacon
about
and
just
sauce?
your run of the mill, because like Shake Shack Very expensive, but it's a very good chicken sandwich.
Right,
It's like,
yeah.
Feels like it's
What
like
is it, like $13, $14? Yeah.
I don't think it's actually that much, but like getting a meal there, you know what I mean? Some fries and a drink. Because also I feel like you got to throw a lemonade in there. You know what I mean?
Lemonade
That's like
and chicken is
whole
the perfect
thing.
combo.
Yeah, some fried chicken sandwich, in my preference, with a lemonade. That's how you really get it all together. But yeah, so they're just out of it, and I was like, okay, whatever. And then today I was like, I'll get it. I'll come out here. I feel like out here is more likely to have it. And I was gonna stop at the one by my house again on the way, so I had two options.
Just
but then
to make sure.
the traffic was fucking crazy, and I panicked, and I just drove past it. And then, so yeah, I come out here, and I go over there, and that line is out into State Street.
Really?
Yeah, and I was like, fuck. And I had to sit at the light for like 2 minutes, so I was like, okay, let's see. If a car moved, like if it looks like they're getting people through here, I'll take the gamble.
And they
I'll
weren't.
make you wait 20 minutes for my chicken sandwich. You know?
I would.
And no, they were not even. It looked like somehow they were backing up.
Like time
It
is
was
frozen.
Just, yeah. So I was like, fuck, I don't know when I'm going to. I guess I got to let the hype die down, but then I'm going to be the guy a month later who's like, these chicken sandwiches are fire.
Finally
People are
tried
gonna
the
be
chicken
like,
sandwich.
Yeah, we're over it. Everywhere has new chicken sandwiches.
That
That's
one-
what I like. Let's start the conversation so we can we all win if everybody wants to have the best chicken sandwich. You
Right.
know what I mean? McDonald's, bring it. Because I've had McDonald's new little craft one recently, and it took 30 minutes in the drive-thru, and they gave me all my other food first, and it was just every minute of you're like, I'm about to fucking drive off. Fuck
Right,
this.
yeah.
And then you wait, and then they finally gave it. And it was fine.
Yeah, but
But
that's
it's
the thing.
not
McDonald's food is just fine. Like I've
Yeah,
never,
it was
I've
better
never
than
had
a McChicken.
I've
but
never.
everything
Yeah, it doesn't
is.
take a lot to
Getting
be better
kicked
than
in
a
the
McChicken.
scrotum is better than a McChicken.
Yeah, being not horny is better than a McChicken.
I will tell you that much. Yeah, I wish I was not horny for chicken.
I wish I was not a horny chicken.
But that's what. Yeah, because then we're like, I don't like this conversation. We're narrowing it down too much, and I know you get too regional because like Chicago's
Right.
got the best chicken. Like I don't think Popeyes is gonna wow me. I think Popeyes does have the possibility to be better than the Chick-fil-A sandwich. That's why I'm very intrigued about it.
Right, yeah.
But Popeyes service, hands down,
Is so
out of
bad.
anywhere I've ever went, consistently, time after time,
The worst service.
they have the worst service. It's like they don't even want to sell you chicken.
Yeah, no, it's like they don't even want you to come to the restaurant.
No,
and get
it's
anything.
like you're inconveniencing them to an insane degree. It's like you
like
killed
just
their puppy
just by
in front of
showing
them.
up.
Yeah,
where you
the
have
most
the
attitude
audacity to
at
show
the
up where they have.
loudspeaker. That's what I
Right,
hate when you
yeah.
pull up and they're like, "What?" I'm like, "I'm not a cop banging on your door."
Like, I'm
I
just trying
and
to
I
get
get it
some
right
food.
now because everyone's probably like, "I want the chicken sandwich," and like, put a sign up though. I've seen so
Yeah.
many pictures. Just put a sign
We
up.
are out
so I
of the
can just
chicken
drive
sandwich.
away.
Apologies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit. I'm not gonna blame you because
Sorry,
you don't
but
have
we
chicken.
is out of ham.
Yeah, that's fine. But yeah, in Chicago, I've had at least 3 top tier chicken sandwiches above anything else. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
obviously that's getting far too specific. But you
Yeah.
know, if I'm out and about, if I'm looking for
But
food,
I mean, it could also
the
be said
first
like
thing-
regionally, like go down south. You could probably find some killer fried chicken.
oh, I
down
would
south.
have to assume that.
Like,
That's
go
the
to
best. 'Cause
Nashville
I've
and get some
also
fried
had-
chicken?
When I went down to Florida, I did a Bojangles and I did a Zaxby's. Zaxby's was very good. Zaxby's was top tier from my one,
Your
my
one visit
visit.
that you've had, yeah.
Bojangles was pretty uneventful. I probably wouldn't go back to a Bojangles. If there was nothing else, it's fine. But Zaxby's was very good.
See, I
So-
had a friend come up here from Mississippi, and she was amazed that we didn't have a Raising Cane's up here. She
Yes,
said
that's.
Raising Cane's
I always
was
forget.
the best
I was
chicken.
trying to think. I've had that a couple times. That one's good, but one of my big pet peeves, and this is getting very specific chicken
As
talk
you
right
usually
now.
do.
Tenders. That's not a chicken breast. You put tenders on a sandwich, I'm gonna pull that bitch apart. You
Right,
know what I mean?
yeah.
It's not
If
constructively
you're making a
sound.
chicken sandwich, it's got to be a chicken
Yeah,
breast.
all they do is tenders at Raising Cane's, and it's good. It's a good chicken sandwich.
But-
It's good tenders, but that's not a sandwich to me. And when you dupe me and you don't let me know up front, you know what I mean? It's like a
That's the
chick
worst.
with a dick. You didn't tell me what I was getting into, and now
Just
I'm going
tell
down
me
on
you
you,
got a
and there's
dick.
a cock in my mouth. That's how I feel about Raising Cane's.
I mean,
and
why
it's
does
still
it
very good?
Why does it have to why does it have to get to the point where the dick is in your mouth before you realize that you've been duped?
Because the lights are off.
So you're telling
And they're
me
chicken
So you're telling me
tenders.
you're grabbing
Fine, it's like if I go down on a woman and instead of a vagina, it's chicken tenders.
That's not a problem though, is it? I mean, that sounds
It's,
fine.
Again, when you're thinking something else, and then you imagine it's very dark. You go under the covers, you put the thighs up, you're ready to go to town. one big lick, and
it's a
it's
chicken
the
tender.
outside of a chicken tender, that's going to be
That's
the most
scary.
shocking thing that will ever happen to you in your life.
That's terrifying.
You know what I
Is the
mean?
chicken tender
Because you're
wet?
not going to think chicken tender until you do a lot of investigating.
You're not going to
The
smell
first
the
thing,
chicken tender as you're spreading
even if
the
it
legs
smells
apart.
like chicken. If I'm basically blind,
No, I
and
got
go to eat a
questions.
pussy,
If
and
I'm going
and
down on a girl and it smells like chicken, I got questions before I'm even putting
I
my
think
mouth
I put
on
a
it.
ring on it.
If it smells like fried chicken,
Fried chicken.
you're taking your
one of the
girl
best
everywhere.
smells
You're working out with your girl,
ever.
and she smells like fried chicken afterwards.
I'm not saying that. She shouldn't. So you're basically equating to it. I go and work out with my girl, and she just smells like pussy in the gym.
I'm just saying.
That's different.
I'm just saying. She's got an odor. You want to go take a piss after you're done fucking her, and your dick smells like fried chicken?
I don't think it's the worst thing. Fried chicken is one of the best smells ever.
It's a good
I
smell.
think I like chicken way more than you like anything.
You don't like chicken as much as I like pussy. That's a fact.
It's up there.
Yeah, it's up there.
It's up
It's
there.
close.
'Cause
I'd
I
say
would-
that's where
If I
we're
could
close
get
running.
like a perfect chicken sandwich,
Uh-huh.
or I could fuck a girl,
I'm fucking a girl.
I might get the chicken sandwich.
I'm fucking
It
a girl.
depends how recently I've eaten, which typically is a huge gap.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
So
just saying.
traditionally, you're going for the chicken.
If it's top tier, and I've been around, you've seen me. I've worked my way around chicken sandwiches. I'm in the game. I'm deep in it. I know what I'm working with. I'm not talking some Chick-fil-A sandwich. I'll fuck the girl, I guess. But if it's something else,
I guess we're
I
not
might fuck
horny
with the
though.
chicken. No, yeah, I'm not horny, so I'm
It's
gonna eat the
just
chicken.
business.
Yeah, it's
a
just
business fuck.
because I have to.
Business fucks are the worst.
So yeah, someone mail me a Popeyes chicken sandwich.
Yeah, for the love of God, mail
One
the,
person knows my
mail the
address.
show a Popeyes chicken sandwich.
Yeah, I wanted to get it and review it on here because I'm a chicken connoisseur. This is right up my alley. Like, this is perfect.
We should go back to that chicken restaurant we went to in Chicago that one time.
You'll have to be so much more specific.
The one where I got the fried tofu on the sandwich.
Yeah, the last one, honey butter.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that place was good.
Honey butter. Yeah, my chicken. You go to Chicago, you go to the Roost first off because you're down the street from Richards. So you have a couple at Richards. You order from your phone online. It takes 30 minutes. You slam 4 beers in 30 minutes. You go get the chicken with the lemonade. The lemonade is not going to have ice in it. So if it's hot day and they just made a fresh batch, it's not going to be great. But you still got to get it. That's my favorite chicken in Chicago. I think it's been a minute. Their sides are weird. That shit was fire. Honey butter.
Mhm.
Also, Gus's world famous chicken
Mhm.
deserves to be world famous.
Yeah, the Gus's smelled great when we went.
It was one of those greasy ones where it exploded in my mouth,
Yeah, I
real hot
remember
grease,
that.
and I cried happy tears.
Mhm.
So yeah, if you're in Chicago, there's some chicken options.
Yeah,
Or you could just get too drunk and never eat, which is what I typically end up doing. But I'm in the chicken kind. Send me your chicken recommendations, sandwiches. Don't play with me. You just heard how thorough it gets.
Yeah, you've
I
seen
don't
how
want your
deep the man gets
bullshit.
into his chicken sandwiches.
Yeah, you want to see me in person with a good chicken sandwich?
I wanna
You'll
get-
just hear moans.
I wanna
I'm
get-
more sexual with the chicken
I'm
sandwich
sexual
than a
with
woman.
burritos. That's what I'm sexual
You're sexual
with.
with a lot of food
Yeah.
and things, but you're not horny, and that's good.
And I'm not horny. I'm just very sexual. There's a big difference.
Yeah, I mean, watching you eat is like watching you jerk off.
I'm gonna do that challenge as soon as Cole buys.
Jerk
them.
off and eat at
I
the
mean,
same time?
do you think I could?
I don't know.
What are the
actually.
logistics of? Yeah, that seems like
I don't know if you have enough focus.
that's the thing. I don't think I can.
I think you
focus
could
on
be
two
hard.
things. Think I could be hard and eat at the same
Yeah.
time?
Well, what are you eating, I guess is...
A sandwich.
Okay, I think you could jerk off and eat a sandwich. You don't even sound hyped about it. I think if the food is too exciting for you, you're not going to be able to jerk
Right.
off.
So if it's like one of them like
and it's got to be a handheld thing, obviously.
right, like a burrito,
Yeah, but that could get sloppy.
like a big burrito,
Yeah, and it spills on
like a
your dick.
torta.
And then it lubes your dick.
And then I'm jerking off with burrito inside.
Yeah, beans probably.
I want to go to that burrito place tomorrow since we're gonna be in the city.
I don't know what you're talking about.
That one we went to for my birthday that one year.
Oh, no. That's what caused the train to never work.
That's not
You ate
right.
too many burritos.
That's not right.
They were
at
like, this
all.
guy's got a big burrito in his backpack and a glass skull.
That.
Yeah,
is
that was
still-
what happened.
That's still unconfirmed. We can't confirm that or deny
I feel like
it.
I feel like that's why we're not more successful, because we should kill that. We should break that.
How do you want to do it?
I think we should fill it with M80s. You could fit 12 M80s in there easily.
But then where do we blow it up and get away from the exploding glass?
You just pour gas in it, and then we flick matches at it from a distance.
This is a great idea. If only
Oh,
we...
yeah, I guess there's
thank
going to be
God we're-
exploding glass.
Yeah, thank God we're not horny so our judgment isn't clouded.
Yeah. We'll figure it out. I
Yeah.
mean, I've run from broken glass. I've blown up glass and had to pull it out of people's eyeballs. I'm sure I've told this.
Yeah, you have. I think like an episode or two ago, actually.
Yeah, we're very bad at
So let us
repeating.
know where we can blow Comrade Bone Daddy up at.
Yeah, if you have like a field or something.
You have a
that you
field
don't
or
mind
just
bunch
a
of
living
glass
room?
in. Yeah, I mean, it's
Do you have a
all up to
living
you.
room you don't give it? Do you have a bathroom you want to remodel, but the insurance won't pay for it? Let us come in with a Comrade Bone Daddy full of M80s and gasoline and just light them off in your bathtub.
It doesn't hold. Yeah, don't make it sound
Light it in
crazy.
someone's bathtub, shut the door, run down
Okay.
the hall.
I was picturing a curtain, which will still keep you safe.
No, I think the glass is going to rip through turn the shower
No, we
curtain
have
into
to do
shreds.
it. Why do we always make things so enticing? on here?
I think the best thing to do would be to make a Molotov cocktail out of him.
That would be beautiful.
Full of
God, could you
M80s.
imagine if you could get a picture of it flying through the
Through the
air,
air,
glass
just
skull on fire,
Fire from the top.
at a cop car, into someone's sunroof while they're driving down the street?
Holy shit.
I've made a
Molotov.
Molotov. I've made several Molotov cocktails, but I've thrown one and watched it go, and that shit's not a joke.
No, it's
I thought it was
beautiful.
like not gonna be that bad,
No, it's that bad.
and it's really bad. It makes a lot of sense.
I'm just thinking about how cool it would look like. I can't stop thinking about it.
Yeah, someone let us do something. I really want to like destroy something. You know what I mean?
Like what? Like what's the
like a car. Like I always tell that story about when I was younger and my friend let me destroy his car with
yeah.
him. This is top 3 moment of my
I
life.
think
easily.
someone should let
like
us
I'll have a kid and I'll hold it and I'll be like, this is tight, but that car that I got to demolish at 13 was.
I think we
shit.
someone should let us like to blow up a car. Like, you know, obviously drain
Yeah, I
all
mean,
the
yeah.
gasoline out of it and stuff.
Drink all the gasoline.
Drain
Fuck
it.
yeah, I'm not horny. I'll drink gasoline.
I'm not horny. I'm so clever-minded and clear. I'll drink gasoline.
Yeah, it's like siphoning. How much gas can you drink? Probably a
Like
little
a teaspoon?
bit. Okay, a little bit more than that.
Tablespoon?
I think like a
Half
10
gallon?
ounce. 10 ounces of gas.
10 ounce of gasoline?
I bet you can drink more gas than you're thinking. You know what I mean?
Like a mouthful of gas? Like, do you feel like if you were like siphoning and it suddenly all came rushing into your mouth and you accidentally went "Whoa," and swallowed it,
Oh,
like you
yeah.
think you'd live?
I'm not horny at all. Yeah, I think you could probably. I think you'll probably throw up. I think you can.
But
drink
like, how
more
much gas do you think you could drink before you die?
Oh, a bunch. Should I Google it?
How
gas-
much gasoline can you drink before you die?
Sometimes
Because it's gonna kill you, right? Like it's gonna burn out your insides, right?
I don't know. We'll figure it out. Are you ever on? Sometimes on Instagram, I look up a hashtag, just whatever.
Doubt
And
it.
then do you ever get? It'll pop up and be like, "Are you okay?" Have you ever gotten this?
No.
I'll like look up a hashtag like death or something,
Uh huh.
and it's like, "Are you okay? Do you need help?" And I'm like, "Whoa, Instagram."
I've never
Check yourself.
been checked by Instagram before.
You got to
to
look
see
at
if I'm
different
okay.
hashtags, bro.
What hashtags are you looking at? That's
Death specifically.
death or
was one.
what?
Huh? Just shit like that. Death or I don't know.
I want Instagram
I feel like if you
to
did
check on me and
suicide,
see
it
if
would
I'm
for sure
okay.
pop up. I haven't done that.
So what? Just go into the search bar.
Yeah, and then just type out the word and then click on the hashtag of it.
Let's see.
It pops up and it's like, "Yo, chill, don't kill yourself." And I'm like, "No, I'm just trying to find cool T-shirts, idiot."
Suicide tags.
How
Suicide.
much gas?
Content
can
advisory. Please be advised these posts may contain graphic content. For information and support with suicide or self-harm, please tap on learn more.
Yeah. So what did you do? Death?
I typed in suicide.
Oh yeah, that one for sure.
Let's
It's
try
gonna bring
let's try death and see what happens.
Yeah, I feel like. Yeah, I was looking at something. I'm not just like.
This one just let me look. Like it didn't even
I think
ask me
once
if-
you do it, they're like, okay, they're fine.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm certainly not fine looking at this shit.
Here's
Good Lord.
what's Quora? How do you say that website where you ask questions? Quora, you know what I'm talking about? Quora.
Korra?
Yeah, it always pops up. Quora.
Legend of Korra?
It says what happens if a person drank gasoline. First response: it will kill you. There have been reports of people trying this, and for the most part, it is because somewhere along the line they heard there's alcohol in gasoline. They are correct. There is, just not the kind you can drink. Alcohol that we consume is ethanol. Alcohol in gasoline is methanol. It is completely toxic and will kill you in 6 minutes. Honestly, it would probably kill you before that if you had the chance. Blah, blah, blah. I need to know how much. Oh,
Yeah.
But just so you know, it would be an extremely violent and agonizing death. I wouldn't recommend it unless you want to experience hell before arriving. I don't like when people put their own spin on it. Like,
yeah,
that's
see,
not
I
right.
don't think that's 100% correct because I just recently had someone tell me that they had a buddy who it was like at a motocross event. He took a gas can and like emptied it out, and then he filled it up with Bush Heavies.
Yeah.
And he was just walking around drinking it all day.
Yeah.
And he like fucked up his brain. Like he
Oh,
fucked
yeah.
up, like he melted part of his brain, but like he's alive. He's not dead.
I mean, I think his brain was a little melted to put.
You're not wrong.
Bush
I mean,
in
I
a
think there was
gas can.
something wrong with the guy, but I'm just like, you're definitely something's fucked up with you if you think that's a viable option to drink your beer out of.
Yeah.
But
that's what.
but he's not dead. He's just fucked up.
Yeah, my uncle used to go to punk shows, and he said that was the thing, was to put different liquors in like antifreeze containers
and like
or
gas
whatever.
cans and stuff.
So it was always like, is it really that? And I mean, I don't know. I don't know what the outcome of
Yeah,
that was,
I feel like
but
eventually someone would actually bring in antifreeze or something, and people.
I
would
think
drink it and
regardless,
get
people
fucked
aren't
up.
going to do the cleaning it would require to, remove. I think there's traces of whatever substance it was holding. You know what I mean? How much soap and water, hot water do you have to keep pouring
dumping in and out of an antifreeze
for
container.
it to be like clean enough to drink?
No, it's cool, bro. I work at the antifreeze factory. They just give away the bottles.
Symptoms of
One of the most
gasoline
expensive parts.
ingestion. The gastrointestinal tract does not absorb gasoline as easily as the lungs do, but ingesting gasoline can be fatal. In adults, 20 to 50 grams of gasoline, which is fewer than 2 ounces, can cause severe intoxication. Around 350 grams, 12 ounces, can kill a person who weighs 70 kilograms. I hate that. What the fuck is
I'll
that?
figure it out.
Because I said 10 ounces. So if I come in under the buzzer on this, you have to drink 10 ounces of gas. I'm glad you
What was
agree.
it? 70 kilograms?
70 kilograms.
Sorry, I'm trying to figure out kilograms.
No, it's fine. You just agreed you would drink gas if I'm right on this. In children, ingesting half an ounce can be fatal. Well, yeah.
154.3 pounds.
So, yeah, if you're 154 pounds and you drink less than 12 ounces, it won't kill you, is what I'm reading.
I'm like 230.
So you can drink like a whole fucking car of gas.
Just drink a carload of gasoline. Yeah. How many gallons of gasoline you think I should drink?
Enough. Symptoms of ingesting gas can include vomiting, heartburn, drowsiness, vertigo, slurred speech, flushing of the face, staggering, weakness,
being drunk?
blurred vision, confusion, convulsions, loss of consciousness,
Anal seepage,
lung and internal organ hemorrhaging, heart failure. Yeah, I wonder what actually, like, what does it? You know what I mean? Does your heart stop from gas, or you're poisoned? It sounds like a poison situation.
Yeah, it absolutely.
It sounds like you're listening to what
like
the cat dragged in by Poison, and you're having a good time, and you're like, what would really?
It sounds like you're listening to the best of Poison, and then you just die all of a sudden.
Yeah, I mean, if you got to die to a Poison song, is it Every Rose Has Its Thorn?
Is there traditionally a better Poison song to die to?
Unskinny, bop 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 bop, blows me away.
I'll make sure I play Unskinny at your funeral as I'm getting.
No,
blown.
I die to it, idiot, because I'm chugging gas.
Yeah, what do you think I'm gonna? What do you think I'm gonna play at your funeral? This is what he was playing when he died.
Oh God, yeah, really upset. Oh, it's gonna be so sad. Oh hell yeah, Unskinny Pop by Poison. Hell yeah, CC DeVille. What about beer bonging a bunch of gas? Do you think that's more or less efficient?
In terms of getting you drunk?
I don't think
or poisoning you faster.
I don't know what happens. That didn't really give us anything, except I was right. You can drink 10 ounces unless you're a little skinny bitch.
Yeah, unless you're a little tiny thing.
Yeah, so we could drink 10
Be
ounces.
Be a big man like us. You
can
drink a lot of gasoline.
Gas. Fuckers. What if you drink gas and it makes you vomit and you puke it into a car? Does that car run?
No, because I feel like your stomach acid mixed with the gasoline.
It makes it a super fast, funny car?
I mean, I feel like...
And then your car does that thing where it peels off and the front lifts up?
I feel like it's more like sugar in the gas tank kind of thing, and it's just going to make caramel.
So you got a caramel funny car?
Yeah. That's what happens when you pour sugar into a gas tank. It heats up and turns into caramel.
And then you can eat that, but you can't drink gas.
Shouldn't eat it.
But I can.
That's why I always see those dumb old TV shows. The stupid mechanic is like... Yep, sugar in the gas tank.
Yeah, I think back in the day, everybody at their job just tasted things.
Yeah,
to
that's
know if
like
it
in
was
the old
okay.
In the old world, we just tasted everything to make sure it was good.
Makes more sense.
We hadn't evolved past our ancestors where they were eating different flowers and berries to see which ones were poisonous and which ones weren't. So
go to the doctor and
in this newfangled mechanical age, we have to figure. Oh,
you just like you're bleeding from your head, and
you're a type 2 diabetic and pre-glycemic at least, and you're pregnant. Tuesday.
Yeah, see, doctors turned into idiots.
Yeah,
now.
that's a hell of a doctor.
What if they taste your cum? Really missed my mouth here. Not horny at all.
You can you provide another sample? I don't quite have all the data I need yet. It's
And then you
fine.
gotta-
I'll get it myself.
You got to go in that room and jerk off.
Again.
How's the porn at the sperm banks nowadays? Do you think it's up to snuff with what we're currently, or do they just say use your phone?
I'm pretty
you're
sure they're
normal?
just like use your phone.
I think.
Can you imagine they're
I
handing?
demand to be
I
supplied.
can't imagine they're handing out magazines. Maybe it's like
I'm not saying
maybe it's
magazines,
like
just
those
a couple
gas
DVDs.
pumps where they have the TVs built into them.
Yeah.
You like go into a station and
You
they've just got a
drink
TV
gas.
in the wall and they're just like you can flip through like 6 pre-selected porn channels.
Yeah, or just
So-
give me a couple of DVDs. I'm not jerking off. I'm not going to give
I
someone
don't
my
want to go through
child
their DVD collection.
I don't want to look through a magazine like it's the Stone Ages. I'm trying to
Yeah,
give someone the
I'll just-
gift of a stupid child.
Can I just bring in my own samples? Like,
No,
let me just jack off at home.
no, that's not how it works. It's going to get cold and die.
Where do you jack off at?
Traditionally in my bathroom.
I mean, at the clinic. Like, do you just go into a room?
Traditionally in their
And
bathroom.
do you just do it into a cup?
I think so.
Like, I
yeah.
don't understand how the process of donating sperm works.
I think, yeah, you just jerk off into a cup. But I think the cups are special because they say as soon as, like, the sperm gets, like, a little bit colder, most of them die. So
Yeah.
I think it's, like, an insulated cup. Maybe it's a cup you put your dick into, and it's got one of those things where stuff can go into it, but it can't
I feel
open
like they
back
should
up.
just have, like, an extraction machine. Like, they should have, like, a sex robot that
Well, we've
takes
been
the
over
sample.
this. That one place does in a different country. Remember, they have that, like, little dick sucking robot.
I feel like that should just be the standard.
I mean, it's probably expensive.
I would donate so much sperm if they had a robot there that sucked my dick.
The
You don't got to ask a robot.
you don't.
Ah,
We
this is
also
how the
didn't-
robots take over in like
Yeah,
a
they suck
Matrix
your
style
dick.
scenario. They get tired of sucking all of our dicks all the time.
Yeah, I mean,
They're just like, no more.
I think they find out what it is. The synchronicity.
the AI,
Yeah.
the artificial
Everything
intelligence
comes
figures out
together,
that
and they
they're sucking
realize
our
that they're
dicks.
sucking dicks, which is like a weirdly disrespectful thing that everybody
To a robot?
wants. Well, I think because we talked about it on the Patreon, because apparently it's all we talk about, even though we're not horny in the slightest.
at all, not horny.
It's crazy that you're like, yeah, you get in an argument, and you're like, suck my dick, fuck you. But then in real life, you're like, please suck my dick.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's
See,
like the
I
most
feel weird
offensive
saying
thing you can
please.
say.
I don't know how you could say please.
Well, we don't say anything. We're
Yeah,
just
I
dart eyes back and forth.
dart eyes and think about it a lot
Yeah.
and just be like, God, I hope this happens, and then it
Yeah.
doesn't, and go to bed angry.
Yeah, you internalize the fact that it definitely would happen today for some reason.
If
it, like,
you had
has
just
to,
been a
and
man
then
and ass.
she's just asleep when you come in the room, and you're like, well, I can't believe you would do this. I can't believe you would personally slight me like this.
I can't believe that you would have your own life where you don't know what's
Yeah.
going on in my
My
head
head, yeah.
to the point that you
You
would
mean
do
what
your
I do
own
all
thing.
the time?
You mean
expect
you-
everyone to understand the page that I'm on, and we're not even reading.
You mean you're
anymore?
telling me that I have to communicate with you to get you to understand what's going on internally with me so that you can give me what I want?
Yeah.
Disgusting. Check yourself.
I can't believe you would do this. I can't believe you would.
I can't believe you hate me so much that you would do this to me, that you would disrespect our relationship so much that you would treat me
I thought
like
we
this.
held this sacred, and now you're gonna suck my dick a bunch at the beginning. So I think I'm just getting my dick sucked, and now it's sex.
And now it's
didn't
just
sign
sex
up
all the
for
time.
this.
And now it's just like a little.
You want part of this?
And
You
now-
want to also enjoy yourself?
and now
we
it's
both
just-
know that can't happen. I'm not horny.
And now it's just like a little bit of sucking, and then you're like, please stick it in. And it's like,
Yeah.
maybe you could be less selfish for once.
Yeah.
You know?
all
like,
of it. You.
You. Let go. Well,
You
how
so
come
badly want me
I
to
can't
gyrate on you for a minute and a half tops,
and be sweaty
heavily
and disgusting
on top of you,
and
out of
breathing,
breath.
and then lay there and then just make you get up and clean yourself off because
Yeah.
I didn't want this.
This is bullshit.
This could have been a self-contained mess, but you had to go and make it a big sweaty
You have
ordeal.
the perfect repository for this issue. I feel bad even saying.
I
these
know,
things.
right? Like it just makes you hate sex. Like
Yeah.
it makes you feel
I already
like
do. I'm
I-
not horny at all.
I'm not horny at all. I don't think anybody should be having
Yeah,
sex
let's
with either one of
hard,
us.
hard cross both of our arms so everybody knows, even if they just get a glance of us, we're not horny at all. Not even in the slightest.
Not even a little teensy. I just explode, and
Yeah.
flip the table over. I'm just
You
shaking.
explode in your pants.
I'm thinking about it.
I was reminded to get off of this subject that we keep coming back to, pun fully intended. All my puns are intended. I was reminded recently of a fun story of my father, a real dad story.
Mm-hmm.
One time, you got to stop showing your foot on the video. I've gotten several emails about it.
I'm sure you have. Let me see the emails right now.
I delete them because I hate the thought of because I never see your foot when we're recording, but then when I go to edit the video, I'm like, this monster is just waving a bare foot around. Yeah, we need
for all the foot fetish girls
someone
out there.
I'm just sure. How many foot fetish girls do you think there are?
You know what?
that
I looked
like
into this
feet?
one time. I looked into this one time
I
because
don't
I was
trust
curious.
your research.
No, I was curious about it because
Don't
I was
yell
like,
at me about
I'm gonna
this.
yell at you all I want. I was curious because I was like, you always hear about dudes having a foot fetish.
Yeah.
You never hear about women having a foot fetish.
Mm-hmm.
But as I did research, I found several posts from women that do indeed have foot fetishes.
Those are just men
They don't have it the same way that men do, though.
where they want to fuck a foot. Don't cross your fingers at me like we're making a promise about this. Also, don't lobster claw me. Yeah, you can fist at me. That's fine.
No, but they were saying that they like have a sexual obsession with like ladies' shoes.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
Like,
I'm
it's-
saying there's not women out there that are like, oh, I love a man's foot.
Well, because
Really
like,
gets
what are you gonna
me
do? Take your
horny.
gross man toe and put it in her? It's not like you can give a girl a foot job.
What?
Like,
no, but I feel like you could. Everybody looks at things and is like aroused by things. You know what I mean? Some people have very
explain
specific
sexuality more to me.
Things.
I
Some
don't
people
quite
have
understand.
very specific things.
This
like,
is
I like when
weird.
a girl takes her long hair, takes her hand in the front, pushes it back behind her head, and she's also holding a small purse. That's the perfect scenario for me.
I get
so
that.
I'm sure that there's a woman out there that is into women's heels, but I don't feel like there's a lot of women, because there's always someone that looks at a man's foot and is just sexually aroused by the foot. I'm not saying shove a foot inside of a woman. Have you seen that fleshlight that's a foot?
Mm-hmm.
And you can fuck. When I heard,
Where like the ankle is.
yeah, but I heard
Yeah.
about this without seeing it, and I pictured the vagina anywhere else. The ankle, you know what I mean?
Like the top of the foot.
The top of the ankle, yeah, a severed foot, and it's just so you fuck the foot, and you can like look at a foot, but you're just. That seems like that. Nope. Whoever buys that should be arrested.
Because it's like if you're using a fleshlight, it's like, okay, at least you're simulating a vagina here.
Yeah.
You know,
so
you
you're
can't,
simulating a vagina in an
you're
ankle with a severed
You're
foot.
simulating having sex with a severed. Yeah, that sounds like serial
It shouldn't
killerish to
be
me.
allowed, but
It's
it
going to be on
exists.
season 3 of Mindhunter.
You should Google it if you're listening, which no one is.
We can't
'Cause we're
post
not
it on
horny.
Facebook.
No, we'll put a black bar. We'll just post the ankle. We'll just post a severed foot from a crime scene.
Yeah.
And you can
I put a
pretend
black
about-
bar over where the vagina would be on the
Yeah,
sex toy.
just put a black bar over like one of the toes, and it's real graphic
Just
everywhere
one,
else.
like just the toenails, a little
Yeah.
one over it. Like, is
well,
there
yeah,
5 little
I
vaginas on the
pictured
toes?
if I had to guess, because it's weird. In
like if someone
general,
was like a foot fleshlight.
yeah, if I had to guess without any knowledge, and it's weird in general, but the bottom of the foot is where I pictured it. If there's
I can
gonna
see
be
that,
a
yeah.
place I can fuck on just a foot, I would picture the bottom like where your arch is.
I feel like
It's still not right.
logistically, what makes the most sense if you're making a sex toy out of the foot is to put it like here.
Yeah,
like,
but
so
that's
your
still
dick goes
very
like-
weird.
Yeah,
They're all weird.
Yeah, it's weird using
I
a
think
foot sex toy.
logistically-
Like there's nowhere comfortably you can put it on the foot where it seems
I think
normal.
logistically, you make a sex toy that's 2 feet together, and you fuck the middle, and maybe give it some padding. You know what I mean? So it's like a fleshlight stuck between 2
So
feet.
it's like getting
It's
a
like
foot
when
job.
you get but it's like how you can buy like those severed like ass and vaginas. It's just that. You know
Those
what
are.
I mean?
I saw a
So it's
picture
just a
earlier
butt
this week.
when you look at it, but then you turn it around and it's like weird because it's missing.
Yeah, I saw one of those, a picture of one earlier this week, just in the back of a truck bed, and I was like, these just look. Like, what would you do if you came over to my place and like we're just like hanging
And
out?
you just had a.
And you were like, "Oh,
What
hey,
even
where?"
is
And
that?
you were like, "Hey, where is this?" And I'm like, "Oh,
Hey,
go."
where's that severed foot?
I'm like,
Give me the
"Where's this bag?" I'm like, "Oh, it's in my closet. Go check." And you're like looking,
And you just had
and it's just sitting in the
a
closet.
middle. Is that
And
what you would call like a middle section?
I feel like
What
it's
do you
got a
even call
jiggle,
it?
right? Because like
Oh,
it's
I would. If
because
you're
like
paying money for it, just an ass and a vagina,
It better
and nothing
jiggle.
else, something has.
Because like I can take my fleshlight and just kind of shake it and like it
I don't
wiggles,
think
you
you
know.
should.
I mean, yeah, you shouldn't waggle it at people like a big burrito
I
when
don't
you're
think
making
you
a
should
point.
Shake it because I bet jizz falls out. Of
I mean,
it.
if it's recently used, yeah.
I don't think
That
you.
reminds me, I got to get some stuff for that.
You mean a woman?
Yeah,
I
that'd be
gotta
nice.
get a woman to hold my fleshlight so I can fuck it.
That is
Could
always
you
the most
imagine the power
redundant
move?
bullshit.
The power move of making a woman hold a fleshlight while you fucking and look at her. And
You're just
apologize?
like you're standing there doing the thrusting. She's not even doing it for you.
right,
That is a power move, actually.
but she's got to like hold it firm because you're thrusting crazy. She's got to hold her wrist while holding
Like
the fleshlight.
she's got to hold it. She can't jerk me off at all.
No,
like
she
she's
better
to sit
not.
there and hold
No,
the
she knows
fleshlight
what's
for
good
me.
for her because there's nothing good about jerking off. a
She's
man with
even
a
like,
fleshlight.
I could suck it, and you're like, no, this
No,
isn't what I invited
not
you over.
horny.
I'm not horny, you bitch.
What was the initial point here?
I have no idea.
Oh, I had a story about my dad, and somehow we got back into sex. Weird. This is great. This is going very successful. Can't wait for all those family-friendly endorsements we're going to be getting.
Oh, yeah. I heard
soon
Chick-fil-A is going to send us some money.
We're not gay, so they probably would be fine with it.
Nah.
But we're right on the cusp of it.
We're
so,
there.
Yeah.
All it takes is one pretty
That's
man.
what we get the Chick-fil-A endorsement, then we fuck each other publicly online. That would be such a middle finger
That's
to
a power
Chick-fil-A.
move, yeah. But then we'd be constantly be known as the guys who came out after the Chick-fil-A endorsement.
I mean, sometimes you got to take a bullet for the brand.
That's fine. I just don't want my kids someday to be like, "Isn't your dad gay?"
No, we were one time gay to screw over a company
screw over
that
a
did not lose
corporation?
anything
Yeah.
by being involved with it. They just severed ties and pretended we didn't exist. And
Yeah,
we had
but you can
gay
look it
public
up.
sex that
I've
everyone
got boxes
could see.
of Chick-fil-A X Dapper Dad's merchandise in my closet.
But yeah, I heard a story I didn't hear a story about my dad. I lived through a story with my dad, but I was reminded
This is
about
getting
it.
more confusing as time goes on.
I know. I don't even want to tell the story now. The wind has been taking on the sails. But basically, there was some sort of discrepancy against the garbage men on my block.
Okay.
I feel like if I remembered specifically what the incident was, it would like really.
Are you telling me your dad
better
fought a garbage man?
No, but what happened was I think they were like throwing the cans real reckless, or the cans were going in the street. I grew up on a very busy street. It was like, something along those lines, something that you would be irritated about, maybe eventually approach someone about, never take it to like a weird extent.
Right.
And so he called to file a complaint that this was happening. I don't know what he said, but given his reputation, it probably wasn't the most courteous call they had received.
Right.
But basically he told the guy that he had problems with the workers, and the guy said, "Why don't you come here and fight me?"
The guy on the phone
Yeah,
said
the
it?
manager of whatever fucking garbage department
Okay.
was basically, and that's what's so funny to me. And then, of course, my dad was like, all right. And then he got in the car and drove.
Chugged a Mountain Dew and drove down there.
I think he was chugging them while driving.
Getting his energy up. Getting that fast rush of energy
Getting
from a
his
Mountain Dew.
Bones more brittle. Yeah, he showed up. I don't think it came to fisticuffs, but he did. Like, it's when it, like, my dad's not the guy you say, come fight me about something. And he's like, no, I don't
and he's
think
gonna
that
back
would be.
down. Yeah.
But I love the idea because, yeah, this hit me. That's one of those memories where you're like, oh, yeah, that happened. And the whole time it was like happening and he was going to drive to fight the guy. I was like, now somehow this is going to be my fault. We're not going to be able to get our garbage taken. I'm going to have to like I'm going to have to do something with
You're
it.
gonna have
My
to
dad's
like
going to
take
make
your
me get rid of the
bike and
garbage.
like
Yeah,
put it in a
bags of
dumpster
garbage.
somewhere.
Yeah. I'm getting arrested for putting unauthorized trash in dumpsters.
And then your dad's got to go fight the cop at jail who arrested you. The cop's like, well, why don't you come down here and fight me?
Well, that's the point I wanted to make.
Drama.
There's so many, like, imagine, like,
Just other,
calling,
like calling a
just
pizza
anywhere.
place.
Yeah.
Hey, you fucked up my pizza. You cut it
Why
into a
don't you
bunch of
come
onions.
fight me?
Okay, sounds good. And you're driving to the Domino's to beat the guy's ass, but you get there and the delivery driver isn't even there, so you got to sit there and wait for him.
Just the audacity.
They're texting him in the back. They're like, don't come here. There's some guy who's brittle looking and he wants to fight you.
Just the audacity of any manager or like business
Just being like, come fight
proprietor
me.
to be like, oh, you have a
Imagine
a
if
complaint.
Imagine if John Taffer saw that on Bar Rescue.
Oh
He'd
my
be
God.
like, this guy's trying
Garbage
to fight.
rescue.
This guy's trying to fight patrons. It's
feel like I
completely
have seen that
unprofessional. Yeah,
episode.
I feel like it's
That's
happened
like,
several
see, that's
times.
the type of occupation where I do believe if there's like a bar and I'm mad at the bouncer, that the bar owner would be like, fuck you, let's fight. I feel like that's the scenario where it
acceptable.
works. There's a few
Yeah.
jobs
Fighting your
where I
garbage
think-
man doesn't
yeah,
work.
The garbage man, I mean, just the audacity. Like, how many calls do you think that guy's gotten to the point where he's
Where
like,
he's
you know what,
come fucking fight me.
Let's fucking go then. I'm sick of this shit.
You know, I like that you brought this up because at one point in time, my father was a garbage man.
And my dad tried to fight him.
You know how much I would laugh if I was like, yeah, my dad told me this crazy story about this scrawny looking weird Bob from Twin Peaks looking guy who came to his job and had to fight him, and he just whooped his ass, and he was so shocked about how hard he was hit, and he fell on the ground.
This is getting a little too specific. Yeah, wouldn't it be so perfect if the fight had happened? And yeah, this is the point when we
Like
realized
somehow,
that.
like our dad's lives
Yeah,
were intertwined.
and both of our dads were like, that guy really worked me over, but I won. Like they accept that it was a good fight. Like, yeah, it was a real tough son of a bitch, but I beat his ass.
Well, my dad told me the only real thing I remember from when my dad he wasn't a garbage man when I was alive. It was like a while ago.
He waited for you to die. So
yeah, he waited for me to die so he
you.
could be a garbage man.
I'm just waiting for him to die. I think I'm gonna take like a waste management.
I haven't heard from my son in several years. He's probably dead. I think I can finally go after my dream of being a garbage man.
Just your dad on the back of the garbage truck looking so happy with like a beautiful song playing. Wouldn't it be nice? I guess that wouldn't make sense. What am I thinking?
We're older, then we wouldn't have to wait so
I guess because you're dead.
Just
I was
rolling
thinking
in the
of
trash. And wouldn't it be nice?
I was thinking of why do birds suddenly appear every time you are near? And yeah, your dad's just like dumping trash, and playing in the trash. There's a dog in the trash, and he's
Let
just
me
having
tell you about my best friend.
It's
He's the
him in
one.
garbage.
Just with a garbage dog. He's just got a dog on the back. Hey,
Or just, I picture just a big garbage can.
what's
He's
up, garbage
dancing with
juice?
it. He's
Just a
fired.
nasty
He's
dog.
fired immediately because they're like, you're not putting the garbage. We have so many stops to make, and
You're
you're
going so
dancing
slow
with the garbage can.
You're dancing with this
Insane.
fucking
There's no
mutt you found
music.
on the street. Get the
It's
fuck out of
raining
here.
outside. It's nasty.
It's gross.
Garbage juice. You smell like shit.
He told me the guy that trained him was like a psychopath, and like if the cans were too heavy, he would dump their garbage out on their lawn, and he wouldn't take
See,
like
that's probably the guy my dad had to fight.
and he wouldn't take sticks that were over like a like boards and
I've
stuff.
had that before.
He would be like, "This is supposed to be 12 inches, and this is clearly 13. I'm not taking this shit."
I've had that, and I'll throw them in the street, and then it's someone else's problem.
And then my daddy was like, "You know, he made a lot of good points. You know, if I was growing around the cans are too heavy, I'd just leave them because I'm not picking that shit. You know, some people aren't even considerate of their garbage, man." I'm like,
I threw away a concrete slab a couple weeks ago, and it was so heavy, and they took it, and I was like, wow. Is this why your dad burned his trash later in life? Because he realized.
You know, I think you might have done something here. You may have
broke it
put
up,
a connection together because he would.
See, your dad's not as
No,
complex.
he would burn
You just
trash,
gotta
but then he would
slide
also
into
throw
him
it all
and-
out the window. Like he would constantly just
that's
litter
fine.
everywhere because
Well,
he thought
again,
it was,
But he's protecting the garbage man.
but not the environment.
I don't think he burned trash.
The
I don't
dude-
think he gives a fuck about the environment.
The
Burning
guy,
trash,
not
is
just
bad.
burn trash, dump gasoline on trash and then
I
burn
think-
it.
Yeah, I think we.
This guy literally, he drove down Route 2 with big pieces of concrete he broke out
We've
on his
talked
passenger
about
door
this.
and just pushed him out. And then later he's like, "Yeah, I was laying in bed and started feeling really bad about that because what if some guy was just like fishing down on the riverbed and just all this concrete?
That's the worst
down?
feeling
Can
that
you
I
imagine?
still have is when you do something and then later you think about it and you're like,
Oh, these people
that
were
could have
probably
done
affected.
a lot of things. Like,
Right.
that could do something horrible.
Imagine
like
if
dropping
you
a
were,
concrete slab on a
imagine
human
if you were
fishing.
just fucking like fishing and like you're just trying to enjoy it, and then like from down the way you just see like,
Yeah. What is that? What is going on? Are those concrete?
yeah, you just get knocked out. Body washes up upriver. Looks like there was blunt force trauma to
Yeah.
the chest.
Your dad's just like, oh my god.
He was
Gotta
found.
start burning the trash.
He was found with concrete embedded into his whole fucking sad body.
Yeah, that news report.
Is fired.
Stupid
immediately.
local man.
Stupid
found
local
dead.
man found dead after having his retarded body smashed by a bunch of concrete
superior
like
rock.
a pussy.
Can we start that news channel?
Local deadbeat. It's like
Deadbeat, dad beat dead.
deadbeat, deadbeat dad.
Deadbeat,
that-
dad beat dad.
Can that be our punk band name?
Deadbeat, dad beat dead.
Deadbeat, dad beat down dead.
No, you're making it.
Deadbeat, dad beat down dead. That's the headline.
Beat down dad? What?
Deadbeat dad beat deadbeat dad beat down dead.
Okay, beat down. I was like, where does
Dead
the down fit in?
beat dad
I know.
beat
I know.
down.
I got it now.
dead.
I think it's better just deadbeat dead or fuck. Now I don't even remember what it was. Deadbeat, dad beat dead. Yeah, deadbeat, dad beat dead. That's the better version. You're adding too many in. Deadbeat, dad beat dead.
Deadbeat,
Got it?
deadbeat dead?
Deadbeat. Oh my god. Debbie Downer's dad.
Debbie
beat
Downer's
dead.
Debbie Downer's dad beat down beat dead.
No, you
Dad
threw it.
de-
What was-
deadbeat dad beat dead.
No one's listening.
No, sure they are.
What was I gonna say? There was something else.
I don't know.
Probably about trash and
Cops.
fighting.
Fobs.
Fighting. I don't know. You want
Here.
to look at some submissions?
I got you money to
We've
buy
lost
some
our-
pussy,
we've
even though you're
lost
not
our-
horny.
We've lost our minds. That got too complex. All right, first submission comes from Memory Jerk. Jerkin at gherkin.com.
Jerkin with your gherkin?
No, jerkin at gherkin.
Jerkin at gherkins? Like a
Jerkin at-
jar of gherkins?
What are you?
The little pickles.
Gherkins? Gerkins?
No, there's an H in those.
Yeah, there's not an H in this.
What the fuck's a gherkin?
I think it's just jerking your gherkin.
Jerking your gherkin?
Yeah, you've never heard that saying?
Mm-mm.
I think it's just jerking off. You know how there's so many terms for masturbating?
Yeah.
Solo sex?
I mean, we don't know any because we're not horny.
No, I lost all of them. Have you ever wanted to go back to your childhood home and jerk it just for old time's sake?
No, my childhood home is disgusting. And if I don't...
Mine is also bad. When I left, the wall was bleeding, and I'm not joking.
Yeah, it was disgusting, and the idea that I ever actually brought someone in there and had sex with them is amazing to me.
I think I always want to go back to my childhood home just to take a look. You know what I mean? Time has passed. Someone bought it. They put a big butterfly on the front of it.
Yeah, I've
actually
seen
painted the front of it.
Looks nice now.
My dad was painting it for 13 years. We just never finished.
My mom still lives in my childhood home, so
so you can easily jerk
yeah,
off.
so I could easily go
probably
home and
have.
jerk off, but not recently. The last time I jerked off in that house was like 2011, 10,
That's not
somewhere
that
in
far
there?
back.
Far back enough.
I jerked off there not that long ago.
Interesting.
Yeah, I mean, like,
Can I go jerk off right now?
no, you're not horny.
That's right, I forgot.
Yeah, I mean, I would, if I was given the opportunity. I mean, I don't think I would seek it out, but if, I had enough free
It'd have
time
to
in
be
there.
a special
I think I would
scenario
be-
where I'm horny in my childhood
Yeah,
house.
I was just gonna say I'm not horny right now, but if I was to be inside of my childhood home, I think I would probably be the least horny I've ever been. Just all the
Right.
memories that would
all
have
the
to rush
trauma
back
coming up
from
yeah.
being in there. Yeah, unless they've made it look really beautiful on the inside.
That's my.
which-
I triggered myself being at my childhood home with my sister and playing like some music we listened to back then, and just like looking around.
That's a
and, like-
recipe for disaster.
Yeah, I started.
That's how you
having, like,
find all the things you repress.
Yeah, I started having like a mini panic attack, and I was like, we gotta watch something else or do something else, like go outside for a bit. I was like, I can't handle this.
I gotta go burn down a farm.
I gotta go jerk off.
Yeah, that is the only. Well, yeah, I mean, maybe if you started to get like worked up and think about it, you'd remember all the good times you had jerking off, like your first couple times, and all the fun areas you did it.
Around the house.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I think about, like living in a house as an adult that like you move into a new place. And you're like, people have sex and jerk off a lot of crazy places.
Yeah.
You know what I
So
mean?
imagine where in
even
your
when you're
house
old,
when you
even when
moved
you're
in.
old and not horny like myself, I've had some weird sex in my current house. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Just like a weird place because it's your house.
I had weird sex in my childhood home.
I mean, I had weird sex in my childhood home too, against the floor on a mattress that I know was making a booming noise, and everyone was downstairs.
I remember my first girlfriend. She lived with her grandma.
You're saying it like someone who's never had a girlfriend. I remember my first girlfriend lived with her grandmother.
She lived with her grandma, and we would get that. Like, hey, hope you're being good up there text. When I am just dry humping like an animal and just like smashing the shit out of the headboard, and it's just knocking against everything, and I know I'm being too loud.
Yeah,
and
even
disrespectful.
when you're jerking off and you think you're being quiet, all the things you think you were being quiet as a
You
kid,
weren't.
Even when you're just
It's impossible.
doing some shit. You know what I mean? Not jerking off or anything sexual. You're like lighting the ladder to your bunk bed on fire a little bit because you've got like Axe body spray and it can burn
And you
because
just
it's made of metal.
Yeah, and you're just.
And you're just and you're like, someone had to have been like, what is he doing? And then you walk in and it smells like Axe body spray. Like, I'm scared to have kids for moments like that where you're like, I don't even know what you're doing because it's so weird, but it's wrong and you can't do it anymore. Whatever it is.
I just recently had to have a plumber come out and flush
The sink downstairs?
wet wipes out of my
Ass?
toilet. Yeah,
His plumber had to pull wet wipes out
out of my ass. He got the snake up in there, and he just
I
really.
just bought a snake.
And then he
the other
just
day.
yeah. I had to buy one the other day too because it was like 2
wet wipes are bad news.
Yeah, it was 2
They
in the
tear
morning and
apart
the
your
toilet wouldn't flush. I spent 4 fucking hours of my life from 2 a.m. to 6 a.m. trying to unclog this toilet so I'm sitting there with the plunger and it's not going.
yeah.
And like and like you're just trying to get it going.
Yeah.
And you're just you're gripping it in different
form.
ways.
Yeah.
And so I'm like sitting there and like it's at the point where like my elbows cramping up and like my shoulders cramping up because I'm trying so much.
And the curse words are flying.
And it's going down like within like 5 minutes or so, and then you go to flush again, and it just fills up. And
We're
doesn't
talking about
go
your
in-
boner, right?
Yeah, my boner and my toilet at the same time.
They both keep going down
crazy.
and coming right back
My
up.
dick health is directly correlated,
Yeah,
and related.
correlated, I think, is like
the
putting
paper.
copies
Yeah.
together. My dick is connected to a bunch of other dicks.
allegedly.
I mean, yeah, it runs in the same circles. I'll say that.
But no, and so it's like I'm sitting there for like an hour trying to get this unclogged, and then I'm like, okay. Like, it was at the point where, like, I had my watch off and I had my arm up in the toilet,
no.
you know, trying to,
I'll
like,
pay the money.
Well, and so then I go to Meijer. It's like 3 a.m. at this point, and nothing looks weirder than the guy at Meijer at 3 a.m. looking at the plumbing stuff, because that just screams serial killer vibe, you know.
Tried to flush a leg.
And so
tried to fuck a foot.
And so I bought a snake, and I bought the like Drano Max kit that they have that has the little snake in it. They're like, works or it's free.
Yeah, we've seen the commercial.
Because I've never had every time I've ever had a clog, that shit works. Like if it's in the tub or the toilet or the sink, whenever I've used that, it works.
You gotta stop shitting in the sink.
I gotta stop jerking off in the sink is what I gotta stop doing.
Jerking off in the sink. It's the most painful cleanup.
It's the most disgusting cleanup because I'll tell you what,
this
I went
so much sense.
because I went in with the snake and like it didn't do anything, and I was like, there's no fucking way. And so I'm like doing it and doing it and doing it. There's scratches all over the toilet bowl now.
Well, those were there.
Yeah, and so I was like, you know what, fuck it, we're just gonna and so I took the Drano and I put it in there, and you gotta wait a half hour to do it. And so I was like, you know what, fuck it, we're just gonna snake everything else while we're in here. So I snaked the sink, and there was so much hair I pulled out of there.
It
was
that.
disgusting. Well, because I pulled out the drain cap thing first, and that was filled with hair and cum, and I was like, okay.
You mean your son?
I was like, chill. Yeah, he was all tiny. He was like, Daddy.
And then he tried to flush him in the toilet.
He was like,
Daddy.
The
plumber was like, yeah, it was just a bunch of wet wipes and what appeared to be
your son.
Yeah.
He just holds him up. He's like, Daddy. I'm like, fuck.
That's not my son. I was here when I moved in.
Flush him now.
It's just gonna clog it again. That's fine. We'll shit outside.
Well, and so I'm sitting there, and then I had this grand idea because I typed in DIY. Doubt it. I have the. It's my favorite thing we've come up with this year. I just want you to know. It's so versatile. It works every time. Every situation, every time.
That and the barely knower. I've been getting into some perfect barely knowers that I'm like, I want to exit a room when I get like a real good one. You know what I mean? I just want to be like, I don't even live here anymore. That was such a good joke.
I was looking online for DIY ways to unclog your toilet because I don't like people coming into my house.
Oh yeah, I know.
And I already had somebody come in to fix my oven this week.
Yeah.
So that only took 6 months. And so I was like, I'm gonna fix this toilet myself one way or another. So it's 5 a.m. at this point, and I'm like, okay, we're gonna get this toilet fixed. And I saw this thing where you can take Saran wrap, put it on top of the toilet.
Yeah, you put it over the toilet seat, and then you don't tell someone, and they come in to pee, and the pee-pee goes everywhere.
Close.
I did that in my high school a bunch.
That's fun.
And then there was a huge announcement to stop Saran wrapping the toilet.
Well, no, what this is
or you make a poo-poo and it just presses.
It's all on your butt cheeks, and you basically pooped your pants.
Could you imagine taking a shit
in high school?
Yeah.
Doubt it. I didn't shit till I was 36.
Yeah, I have yet to shit, but I do know enough to joke about it.
I know about people who do.
But imagine going to take a shit in school, and you're taking a shit, and it starts to come out, and then it's just that feeling of it's just
all
like,
over your butt cheeks like you're a baby shitting in a diaper.
Tightly wrapped Saran wrap over the toilet.
Yeah, actually, I can't say that. Never mind. Not in this current climate. But no, so what it was is they said you can put Saran wrap over the toilet bowl, make sure it's a tight seal, like do several layers, and then you flush it, and then you push it, and when you're pushing on it, it like pushes like the
this
jets
is something
or whatever.
No one needs to walk in on.
No.
I'm busy.
And then I saw a grand idea where a guy was like, use duct tape instead. He's like, because the Saran wrap, sometimes the water will leak through it. He's like, if you just do two
duct tape so you can't see what's going on.
Well, and so that's what I did. And all I could find was my girl's like artsy duct tape that she has. And so I was like, well, it's getting lost in the cause. And so I'm like duct taping this toilet up with very fancy duct tape and getting that real tight seal. And so I'm like,
giving it CPR.
Well, yeah. What it looked, because I flush
Don't
it.
walk in, I'm giving
because
CPR to the
in
toilet.
Japan they have these big stickers for it that they just slap on the toilets,
Yeah,
and
they're advanced.
Yeah, they're way more advanced than us. I'm out here using duct tape at 5:30 in the morning, and so it does exactly what it looked like in the videos. It like rises up, and you just push it, and you hear like, And then it keeps doing it, and they're like, it could happen 3 to 5 times, so just keep pushing it down as that. But it didn't stop happening, and so I'm like, and then it's coming back up, and I'm like, okay,
Gotta push harder.
I'm like using both hands, like CPR. I'm like pushing as hard as I can.
Are you giving it mouth to mouth too?
Essentially, I
On the
felt like I
toilet
was
handle?
drinking some of that toilet fucking Drano shit I put in there. I'm like, well, and that's what I was thinking about, is because I was like, shit, this water's all mixed with that Drano now because it's not going down the drain. And as I'm thinking it, I push down, the seal right around the front of the toilet breaks, and it squirts all over my dick, like all over the pants I'm
dick
wearing.
was out.
No, I was
You're
wearing
naked.
shorts, but like it squirted
dick
all
was
over.
out.
Of course, my dick was out. It's my home. It's 5 a.m.
Anytime
Traditionally,
you
my
work
dick
on
is out.
something in your house, you have to show your dick because
Because you have to show dominance.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
I had
so
to fix my heater, and I had my dick out,
Yeah.
and I rubbed a piece of it with a $1 bill because I read it online. Heat came right back on. It was the craziest thing I've ever fixed.
weird.
Rub the sensor with a $1 bill. I was like, "There's no way."
I had to get my
I took
whole
100 extra dominance. You know what I mean? I had to go to the bank, tell them
Pull
I'll
out
get
100.
paid soon. Please just front me 100. I had
Sir,
a gun in my pocket.
You have negative 680 in your
I'll
account.
have, but so it'll be 780. Well, just
fine.
let's make it 600, just so it's easier.
Let's just call it
I
600.
have a gun in my pocket. Local man robs a bank to wipe a $100 bill on
bill
a
on his-
sensor, and is
to show it who the fucking boss is.
I have
Gotta
heat-
fire this
I
news
have
guy for
heat
saying
now.
fuck so much.
Yeah, local idiot got hit by a cylinder,
Local moron hitting the head as hard as he can. Local,
which wasn't even that hard. Local stupid man takes a hit to the head that would have only mildly concussed others, kills a complete moron.
Local stupid man, after being hit with concrete like a dumbass, goes home and creates a suction on his toilet with duct tape at 5:30 in the morning so hard
like-
that the chemical water squirts all over his dick, and he has to pull the garbage can liner out of the garbage can that's right next to the toilet and start catching the water because it won't stop. And he's desperately trying to catch the water and turn off the water on the toilet at the same time, but he's getting the caustic chemical water all over his dick, so he's stripping down naked and there's still water squirting everywhere. And then
this
he's
is-
overthinking it, and he's like, are my thighs burning right now, or is it just the sensation of the water on my legs that feels cold because the air conditioning vent right here next to the toilet? So you turn on the shower right away, but you're still dumping disgusting toilet water into your shower,
this is when
and it's
someone
5:30
comes in.
and you are screaming, and your girlfriend's sleeping in the other room, and you try not to wake her up, but you're like, my dick, there's chemicals on my dick at 5:30 in the morning. And so you play some trap music really loud while you're in the shower so you can scrub your dick and balls with your loofah that you throw away afterwards because you're like, it's got chemicals on it now, and I don't want to wash my dick and balls again next time and then get chemicals over my cock and balls. Something like that.
Yeah, I've been here. I think as an adult man, you'll always encounter this at least once in your life.
Yeah, you know that whole scenario you're always falling into.
And this is when the plumber shows
Do you
up.
have any idea how pissed I was?
Oh,
It's
I have a
5:30 in the
theory.
morning, and I am just getting squirted all over my dick while I'm trying to
Which you
catch it.
constantly ask for, so you
Which you
finally got what
constantly
you wanted.
like, you know, when you're finally fucking a girl and
No.
you're like, this is doubt it, and this is the shit. You're like, this is the shit you're constantly trying to do, so enjoy it, motherfucker.
The look in your eyes, I feel your pain. And then the plumber shows up.
And then the plumber shows up and gets rid of it in 5
I was
minutes.
gonna say that's the reason I never want to call someone is because they do it
So
I
fast,
had-
like you're an idiot.
I got new cabinets. You've seen my cabinets,
Yeah.
nice cabinets. I can't slam the doors anymore. Quiet, shut, smart for my
Very
type
smart,
of
yeah.
lifestyle. And I was like, we could totally hang these fucking cabinets. And I lifted one up in my shaky arms, and I'm like, put the bolts in, hang it. I can't hold it. And then I set it down. And I was like, we're gonna have to call someone. And then yeah, they're just like, "Roop, roop, roop." One guy. I'm like,
Yeah.
there's no way. I'll take the whole fucking day. I got nothing else to do. Let's do
Well,
it.
because like this motherfucker comes out. Well,
And
because
I'm like, I hope you die on the way home.
well, so I called my landlord and I'm like, hey, the toilet's not flushing, and so she
Sounds like your problem. You gotta stop jerking off.
she goes,
and
doubt
the
it.
neighbors can hear.
I don't care. They can hear everything.
And I was watching a prison show and they talk through the toilets. Have you seen this?
Yeah.
I
Because
love
they can
it.
hear each other through
Yeah,
the
they just
toilet.
flush and then they can pass notes through the toilets.
Yeah.
So it'll be like, tell this guy, because it was like a mixed prison. He was like, tell this guy in this cell, pass him this note, tell him I'm in love with him, and then to bang on the can, and we'll talk through the toilet later on today. And the guards are like, yeah, we got to stop this. They're always talking through the goddamn
Damn
toilets.
But I called my landlord and I was like, hey, the toilet's not flushing. And so she calls me like 45 minutes later and she's like, I've called 5 different places. They're all booked today. So apparently everybody's toilets were just fucked up in Rockford.
Too many big shits.
Too many big shits. So she's like, they could either come out at 11 o'clock at night
Oh,
or
you don't want the plumber at 11.
or 8 in the morning. And I was like, well, I guess I can just go poop at the gas station, go send.
You should
Luckily,
have been like, I'm going to be shitting on the lawn until this is rectified. And by rectified, I
well,
mean...
and so she sends the guy out the next morning, and I got the call at like 7:30. He's like, yeah, service guy will be there about around 8 o'clock. Shows up at 8:45.
Yeah, you
I
gotta
don't know
love that.
what kind of fucking thing he was wrestling out of a toilet before he showed up at my house. But shows up, and he's like, okay, so what's going on? And I was like, well, it's not flushing. I was like, if you see it does this. I was like, I think there might be a wet wipe stuck down there. And so he's like, okay, I'll go get the snake. He comes out with a snake. He does it 3 or 4 times, pulls it out. Everything's fine.
Yeah.
Everything's perfectly
That's why it makes
fine.
the big bucks.
Yeah, I kicked him in the balls immediately afterwards. I was like, you son of a bitch, I got chemicals all over my dick for you.
Yeah, that's what I wish there was. I wish every like worker like that knew the story of what the person does. Because
Oh no, I told him straight up. I was like, bro, I was like, I can't. I'm kind of pissed that you got this taken care of so fast because
yeah.
I took 4 hours. I was up till 6 a.m. yesterday trying to figure out this stupid. I was like, the sun was coming up and the birds were singing outside, and I said, I have to lay down. I have a headache.
Yeah,
The
because
garbage man was coming by, and all I could hear was, wouldn't it be nice?
And my dad was like, I'm gonna fucking kill you.
And my dad was out there throwing my trash away, and I was like, stop touching it. And he goes, I'll fucking kill you if I ever see you on the street.
Yeah, because I feel like there's so many instances where like these people are the last resort.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I've done everything I can do.
Well, because I'll even tell my landlord, like, if there's stuff wrong around my place, I try to fix it before somebody comes out. Because I'm like, listen, I get it's a rental, but like, I would rather just fix it instead of having to deal with all this
Because you also
headache.
feel
and
like
this
a
bullshit.
man when you fix it.
Right?
And
Yeah,
you
you
rarely
feel
feel like
accomplished.
a man.
Yeah, believe me, I tried
never
to.
horny.
I tried, and I'm traditionally not horny. Tried to fix my own stove, and then realized it was a gas range, and I was like, I'm not fucking with this. I'm
That's
gonna
a
send someone out for
smart
this.
move. Next submission comes from interested. Well, I'm gonna take that again. Interested drinker.
Okay,
The email is nonyobiz@mine.com.
calm down.
The title is Hard Seltzer.
Okay.
And it says, hey guys, you tend to be connoisseurs of drink. What is your take on the hard seltzer craze? Natty and PBR are getting into the game, and White Claw reigns supreme right now. I've not tried any of them myself yet, but plan to when the opportunity presents itself. What do you think? Have you tried any of these? What does it mean for beer?
I like the
hate
seltzers.
them.
I have not tried. I don't even know where you can get the PBR ones.
I don't think they're out, just like with the coffee. PBR made that coffee. That
and it was
bread
only
is
in like
delicious.
it was
It's in
only
like 4
5
states.
Yeah, and it's
I
like
think they're doing
Montana,
it.
Florida, and like something
Yeah,
else.
because I went on the website and it wasn't in 100 miles, and I was even moving to like different states because I'm like, I'll make a day trip out of this.
Right.
So I think they're doing weird markets at first to test it out, but yeah, the
Right.
PBR one's gonna be like 8%,
Something
and
like
then
that,
Four
yeah.
Loko was bringing in a 14%,
Which
to
is
kill women,
absolutely
to kill
wild.
women.
Yeah, just to kill women specifically. That's what it says
That's
on
my
the
biggest
can.
problem is these women are getting, these things are strong.
I saw a post that I 100% agree with. It said we're like 3 years away from just vodka with like carbonation in it, like just
Yeah.
drinking straight vodka out
I
of
mean,
a bottle with
some
carbonation.
people like your vodka sodas are basically that. depending
Yeah,
on how strong
essentially.
you get them. Yeah, I mean, it's just getting people, and that's my biggest problem is I'll be with people drinking these, and like they're 12 ounce, they're stronger.
mm-hmm.
I hate when you're out with a group of people and the drinks aren't matching up. You know what I
Right,
mean?
yeah.
Like we can go out beer for beer, pretty much. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But like you throw this weird shit in the mix, they're chugging them. There's a couple less ounces than I got. I'm drinking mine like a normal person. So then you keep getting in this maneuver where, oh, you still got some left? I'm gonna grab one. Oh, you're still drinking it? I'm gonna grab. So then you're at a bar for 19
Right.
hours because you guys can't align
can't-
your drinks.
and you
you
can't step up
leave.
for a fucking cigarette
Yeah,
at any point
can't
because
grab a
everybody's got their
smoke.
drinks all messed up the whole time.
Yeah, it's a nightmare. I just don't like seltzer. I don't.
See, I don't like sparkling water at all.
Yeah,
like,
I don't like any
and
of
I've given it multiple shots because I'm like, you know what? Maybe I'm just being.
I would love the idea of
maybe-
sparkling water is so great to me because
Some-
it's
yeah,
like there's not a
it's
bunch
got
of
a flavor,
shit in it.
there's no
strawberry.
But then you drink it
Perfect.
and it just tastes like water with carbonation in
it's
it,
just-
and it's
yeah,
fucking bad.
It's weird.
It's
and
just
yeah,
not good.
that's my
but like
problem.
I'll drink a hard, like I like the White Claws. They're not bad. There's another brand that's out there. Truly, Henry's makes one that's not bad.
Everybody's making one.
They're not bad, but like they're not my first choice either.
No.
You know, like
You gotta
we
seltzer.
were having a discussion before the show. Like I'm more on a liquor kick these days,
Yeah.
where like I just want to get like mixed drinks.
Yeah.
Like that's what's giving me more of a
I'm
buzz.
still with the beers, and yeah, it doesn't mean anything for beer. That's just a fad. There's always fads. Like
Yeah,
Matt
there's
said, this like IPA. As
Yeah.
soon as it hits the market, every company wants in on it, and everybody's drinking them. Because you go everywhere now, and there's just White Claw everywhere. And
Everywhere.
everybody's drinking them. I think it makes you look like a bitch to drink them. I'm gonna go ahead and say it. That's how I feel.
I know I look like a bitch when I
Yeah.
drink. When I was
And
out,
I'm
when I was
over-
at Buster's the other day, there was 5 dudes at the table. All 5 of us ordered a White Claw.
I know,
and it's like 5 dudes sitting around
Yeah.
drinking White Claws.
I saw a guy drinking 3 at a bar last weekend.
And like that's fine. I mean, you got to accept what you're getting into when you do it. Like you're gonna look like
Yeah.
a pussy if you're
Yeah.
sitting there. You
And I don't
can't
care
look like a
about-
badass tough dude sitting there drinking a White Claw.
No,
There's
and that's
no
what
way.
like I don't care about like drinking a pink drink or something.
Yeah,
like
that's
that,
fine.
You know what
I'll
I
do
mean?
that.
Or drinking a bitch
but it's
drink,
a what? It's
but a
it's
little
the-
tiny White Claw,
little
it
tiny
even looks-
skinny seltzer
And
can.
what I saw last weekend when I was out of town, someone had a koozie fit for a White Claw. We're already there. They're already making those canned koozies.
I'm against it.
It's just getting out of control. I don't like seltzer, so I can't even speak on it. I've tried like all of them because I'm
Yeah.
always with people, and I'll give it a try. I've had to drink them, like I said, when you're like, oh, I want to get out of here. I will help you chug this
Like, yeah, I'll-
lime fucking White Claw, which is
Yeah.
the worst one. There's like black cherry. and
Black
it's
cherry
not
is good. I like the
terrible.
black cherry.
I just
the
can't get
mango's
past-
where it's at.
I've
it's like
had
Jewel
that too.
Pods.
I can't
It's
get
like
past the
mango.
goddamn seltzer.
Yeah.
Like I think they do taste like the flavor, but then there's just
See,
that
what I got to do is
seltzer.
I got to let it sit for a couple of minutes because I feel like there's too much carbonation
Yeah.
in it. Like it's like too bubbly
Well,
to go
imagine what
down
a fucking
correctly.
Four Loko seltzer is gonna
Yeah,
be
good
like.
God.
Those things are. That's
Could
what
you
I
imagine shotgunning one of those.
I just.
A blue raspberry seltzer.
I think it's especially because everyone's just up in the ante on how strong they are. And I
Right.
think it's gonna fucking fuck people
It's
up. Just
gonna
like when
fuck
Four
people
Loko
up.
first came out,
Yeah.
people were like, "Oh, it's good," and it's like, because even myself at the time, you drink one Four Loko, you're pretty buzzed, you're feeling great. I
Right,
drink a
yeah.
half of another one, and I'm an absolute fucking monster. It just comes out of nowhere.
Yeah, it's just
And if we
some.
just keep
It's like a
upping the
chemical
ante-
solution in the Four Loko that just turns you into a goddamn animal.
And we just keep upping the ante on the seltzer, and that's
I'm
what
telling you,
everybody's doing.
eventually we're just going to be drinking carbonated vodka out of cans. Within 3 years, I'm calling it.
That's fine. I'd rather.
2022, we're going to
I'll
be at the
probably
bar.
drink that. I don't want the seltzer, and I just don't like seltzer. I don't have a problem with them. I think they're ridiculous, and it's blowing out of proportion. But here we are. Last submission forever. We're closing submissions. We don't need your guys' stupid questions. It comes from Axe Body Spray. The email is sprayed@youranus.com. Title is Another Hard Cock in the News. It says, you guys had a news story about a boner that wouldn't go away recently, and I just heard about this one, which I think tops it. Love y'all. And this is a article. I did read this one. Usually when we get the articles, I don't read them until live on the air.
So we can get that genuine reaction.
Yeah, I'll still stumble over it, but the headline is Brit in hospital for 2 weeks with a painful erection that won't go away. The weirdest part about this article, which we will link on the internet, is there are so many selfies of this man.
Okay.
There's a video of him talking to the camera. A lot of shit. But basically what happened, a British jazz singer has been in the hospital with a painful and life-threatening erection for 2 weeks after a late-night hookup went badly wrong. You want to make a guess about what could have given this guy a 2-week boner?
I'm going to guess he went to the gas station and got some of that horny goat weed stuff or like some Viagra, some kind of supplement. Gucci piercing?
No. Danny Polaris.
I thought you were going to
is
say
his name?
DeVito, and I was like,
Danny
my
DeVito.
guy!
Danny Polaris's erection has not gone down since he injected an unprescribed erection-enhancing drug into his penis before having sex, and is now told there's a possibility of amputation.
Because it won't go away.
It will not go away. He wondered what could possibly go wrong, and now admits it's one of the worst decisions of his life as he wakes up crying in the hospital bed, fearing his penis has permanent damage. I'm going to say if there's one part of this that is fucking intense, and we'll jump around because they start it right here, and I think we need a little bit more backstory before we dive into that.
Okay.
It is on par with the horribly disgusting things we've been saying on every episode, which I'd like to step away from because I think it's affecting
We did
our
make
fan
someone
base.
throw up.
Yes.
We did officially make a fan
We did
throw
make
up.
someone throw up with the what's the candy? I can't even think of it.
The Jolly Rancher.
Yeah, the Jolly Rancher story. We'll leave it at that. If you didn't hear it, it was like 2 episodes ago, or this last episode.
It was on 106.
106. Go listen to 106. It made a person puke, and that's not a joke. And thank you for listening to us. Maybe even after you puke.
Thank you for still
listening. If you
listening
stop
to
listening,
us.
I
We understand. But if you're still
I'm
listening,
so
we
sorry.
love you and we appreciate you.
You're the best. Mr. Polaris, who is gay, for some reason had to say that, had initially put off seeking medical help and instead went to Berlin Pride with a wine cooler wrapped around his erect penis the next day. What does that phrase mean to you? Because I think there's some sort of language barrier here. Because a wine cooler to me is like just a drink.
Yeah, it's
so
like
at first I was like, oh my god,
it's like a
what did he
Smirnoff.
do?
That's like a wine cooler.
So he like broke the bottom open, put it over it.
Yeah.
I'm thinking it must be a koozie.
I'm thinking it's got to be like the type of, because I mean it's got to be hot, right? Like your dick's got to be hot if it's just got that much blood pumping through it.
Oh, I would imagine.
So when I hear like a wine cooler, maybe it's something. It's like a bottle you put on a bottle of wine to keep it cool when you're transporting it.
That makes sense.
That's
I think it's
like
some
an
sort of
insulated
koozie thing.
sleeve that like cools it.
There's
you know?
more. This article is poorly written because it jumps all over the place. But basically, it says.
Was that the fucking intense part?
No, I'm gonna come back. I want to get through a bunch of it and then get to that because that's
Okay.
like the peak for me and probably for him. It says he met a nurse who he went home with who ended up injecting an erection enhancer into my cock. Those are his own words. He may never be able to have a natural erection again and fears he'll never be able to have sex. The condition has serious complications, including a potentially life-threatening blood clots, and the pain has been so excruciating that he blacks out. What else? He told his parents to get their passports because he thought he was gonna die. Imagine getting the call from your son to come visit him in the hospital because his cock won't stop being hard and he thinks it's gonna kill him. So he met the nurse at a club and said he had already taken Viagra when an unprescribed enhancer was injected into his penis.
So he had already taken something when he
Yeah.
was injected.
The drug, I'm not even going to try it. Some crazy name, which makes blood vessels expand, was injected. There was an immediate reaction between it, his HIV medication, and the Viagra.
So he has HIV as well.
Yeah, which is just subtly brought up only at that one point.
Okay.
So I mean, this guy's been out here. You have HIV? No offense, but you have HIV.
You have HIV.
And you're willing for someone. Would you ever let a person you're about to hook up with inject something
No.
into your dick?
No.
Like, there's no way.
Like a stranger?
Like a nurse.
No.
Yeah, someone you met you're at the club.
No.
You're not horny at all.
No.
But for some
Doubt
reason,
it.
maybe something could happen. You go back. And she's like,
You say, I'm not
a
horny
nurse."
at all. She says,
Yeah, she's
I
like,
can inject
I'm a
something
nurse
into
and I
you.
have a dick injection.
I make you horny.
A needle into your
No.
dick from a nurse.
No.
It's a nurse.
No.
Okay.
No.
there's
No needles
way.
near my dick, ever.
I agree with you.
I want to die having my dick be a needle virgin.
There are so many pictures of this guy. It's weird.
Is
let's
it
see
that
what
guy
else.
who was posing on the bed and he was all sweaty and he's like, I'll make you squirt?
Well, I mean, this is one he took, which then I'm like, I don't think you're having the worst time. No offense.
Yeah,
know
you
what I
don't
mean?
really look
Not
like
to make
you're
light of your
dying.
situation, which it
That
says.
doesn't look like a man who called his parents and told him to get their passport because he was dying of boner death.
Boner death. It took some of my friends and yeah, he went with his flatmates, wine cooler wrapped around his penis and shoved down his shorts to Berlin Pride the next day. He sought advice from a doctor who said it would be fine to wait until Monday morning before seeking medical help, but his penis was still erect the day after he attended Pride, and he was in horrific pain when he woke up at 5 a.m. He said he contacted the man who gave him the drug and was told to use ketamine,
Oh,
but things
no.
got worse.
Yeah. Why would ketamine help?
So this is
That's a horse drug.
This is a nurse who's like, oh, the boner syringe I gave you.
Have some
fuck it up.
ketamine.
You should try ketamine.
Sounds like the
This is
worst
just a
nurse in
guy.
the world.
This
Yeah, I don't
isn't
think
a
this is a nurse. I think this was a guy in a nurse costume, and he's like, yeah, he said he was a nurse.
By 3 p.m. that day, he was barely able to walk and felt like his penis was going to burst.
That's nuts.
He was rushed to the hospital in an ambulance while screaming in pain. They diagnosed him with a preapsum, however we said it before, a long-lasting painful erection that could cause permanent damage to the penis if not treated quickly. The treatment to reduce swelling has been just as excruciating, although none of it has worked, says the man who was warned of the dangers of using. They keep reiterating things. What I want to say, these are the things that they've tried to make his.
Is
penis.
this the what the fuck moments?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, they tried something to make his boner finally.
I'm
go
gonna
down.
guess
It's
they
weird.
cut it at one point to try to drain the blood.
Yeah, they put. I'm trying to find. This is so all over the place. They took a vein out of his upper thigh and connected it to the penis in a desperate bid to draw blood away. That's not the bad one. They also poked needles to drain blood out of it to get it to go down. That didn't work. Let me find the best wording of the one. There's so many. It just reiterates things over and over. But yeah, basically.
Yeah, it's the Daily Mirror. What do you expect?
Yeah, I know. They just want
The most reputable British
so many
news
words.
source.
So, anyways, medics have jabbed needles into his penis 5 times to take blood out, and when that didn't work, they pushed a 7-inch plastic nail down his urethra without anesthesia to try to get the boner to go away. I don't know what the
nail?
point of that. A plastic nail, a 7-inch plastic nail. I don't know if that's a medical device. How big's this guy's dick?
Yeah, that's
I'd
what
only
I'm
need a
saying.
4-inch
Yeah, I
plastic
need like a thumbtack shoved in mine. And
I was
then-
gonna say, especially if I'm soft, but I guess
Oh,
if
if
you're
I'm
soft, you're not.
soft, all you gotta do is laugh at it, and it's gonna hide itself. It's just gonna tuck itself in.
So yeah, 7-inch plastic needle into his urethra. The pain has caused him to black out. Yeah, it's just
Good lord.
it's just all over the place. This definitely is worse than that guy who had the moped boner or whatever it was.
Yeah, this is far worse.
Doctors give him less than 50.
What is the nail going to do exactly?
I don't know if it's like, because I feel like I read something else about a boner that wouldn't go away, and there's something with like fear naturally makes erections go away typically.
Like
And,
anxiety or
yeah,
like
because it'll make your heart pump and it runs
and
blood elsewhere, and just
yeah.
you be like, it's your natural instinct. If you're scared, you shouldn't be aroused most of the time. If you are, it's usually a bad thing. Like, you shouldn't be hard when you're scared. So I don't know if
understand,
it's just,
but all right, I'll take
just
it.
the pain and the shock, or I don't know what, or they're just like, fuck it, let's just try some shit out. You know
I mean,
what
I guess at that point you're just
When
willing to
in
do
Rome.
some experimental medicine.
Yeah, but they said they're giving them less than 50% odds of being able to have a natural erection again.
So what? Can the guy like ever take Viagra again? Like, can he like take anything to give him an erection?
I mean, you'd probably be scared because the last time you took Viagra, you got this. I mean, also the injection, but Viagra was part of it. They're saying the Viagra, the HIV medicine, and the injection perfectly work to give him what they're assuming now is a permanent erection.
That's scary.
We'll have to keep. I'd like to double back to this on a future episode when we figure out what happens to him. What's going on down here?
Yeah.
World famous porn star found living in squalor in tunnels under Las Vegas. I'll have to read that later. I'd hate to see my people out there like that. Yeah, he has a GoFundMe too. If you want to donate to a man that just
See what the
made
reward tiers
a
are.
bad sexual decision. So far they've raised 2,000 euros.
Can we click on it and
I'm
see what the
clicking on it right
reward
now.
tiers
Okay, now it's only 1,000 euros.
are? Okay.
So people
Someone
took their money back. You know what? Fuck this.
You know what?
guy.
Fuck you. I have normal erections.
Yeah,
Yeah, I got boner problems too, buddy. You don't see me asking you for money.
I wish I had this guy's boner.
Why don't you go out and work for it like the rest of us?
Yeah, he needs 5,000 euros, so it's not looking great. There's no tiers because it's a GoFundMe. There's a lot of
Reward tier
comments, but
1.
they're indifferent. I hope you get healed.
Live stream from the surgery room when they go to shove another 7-inch plastic nail in my penis.
Would you watch it?
For $10 a month, why not?
There's some comments on this, which is fun. A lot of them appear to be in French, maybe. One says, I hope you get healed. For man, is penis one of the most important part odd their body. No one can imagine such horror you go through. Your story must be shared everywhere to avoid such happen for
Share
anyone
everywhere.
else to find
Tell the
threatment.
children.
Threatment instead of treatment.
Threatment?
I've got a threatment for you and your
I've got a
heart.
threatment.
God.
Children don't take 3 different sexual drugs at once.
Couldn't have happened to a more deserving person.
Whoa.
He has to be one of the most vile and horrid human beings we've ever come across. We doubt any of this money will go towards getting him back on his feet, and probably will be used to buy more drugs as soon as he is released from the hospital. 5 of us have contributed €1 towards the medical bills to have his penis amputated. Here's hoping. We've also reported this GoFundMe page as a potential fraud where the money is not used for the requested purpose.
So somebody's got beef with this
Yeah,
guy.
Somebody paid, what sounds like a group of 5 people paid €1 to make that comment. That was so disrespectful. I'm glad we clicked because I didn't think we were going to get, I didn't know you paid money to leave just shitty comments on people going through shit.
Yeah.
Which I don't know the guy. He could be a piece of shit.
He could
I
be.
mean,
Who knows?
who knows? He could be a great.
Sitting there smiling in his hospital photos like an Instagram influencer
Yeah, that
when he
is-
could be having his penis amputated.
That is the part
Like
where.
you didn't catch me in the hospital dancing around like, you know, I was happy.
Yeah, that
and
is
shit.
the weird thing. And again, you can Google the news story and we'll post it as well. But there are more than a couple photos of him just, I don't know.
Looking happy and chilling in the hospital about his weird boner.
Some other comments saw pictures of your now famous cock. Wishing you a speedy recovery from the team at www.callback.xxx. I'm going to
Go
bookmark
ahead and
that
see
for
what's
later.
on there.
I'll pop over real quick. It's probably going to be gay based off of, what
Him and
it's
his
at.
lifestyle.
Hope you feel better soon, friend. I wish I could help, but like yourself, find I'm really well and truly hard up at this time. The jokes people are paying to make, and they're not even that good. Yeah, people are saying, let this be a lesson to us. I didn't need this as a lesson. If someone produces a syringe, I'm out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like why is
I'm
this
not horny.
why is this a cautionary tale to society?
Callback.xxx is a service where they call you for phone sex. So you just don't have to call a place.
How do I sign up?
You can book your callbacks or text online by card after payment. Tell us what kind of person you would like to talk to. Sit back, relax, unzip, and enjoy. Those are the 3 steps. Those are 3 quick ones.
Sit back, relax, unzip, enjoy.
Good thing I don't have to produce the penis because I would be nervous. So yeah, you can book a callback. I'm just going to real quick click on some
See how much it costs.
FAQs. I'm trying.
Because I would love to have someone call the Dapper Dad's number with a real horny,
That would
sexy
be funny.
voicemail.
It's 10 minutes for it's €10 for a 5-minute call.
That's not bad.
$17.50 for a 10-minute call. $22.50 15-minute call. €75 for a 60-minute call.
What was it? €10 for a what?
A 5-minute call. I'm gonna click on sexting too. Sexting, real girls and guys waiting to exchange filthy messages with you. Prepaid.
That's
for
only
text.
$11.24 US.
That's not bad at all. I'd like to get in this text and then just say really bad shit. Prepay for text up front, so no surprises or awkward phone bills. Discreet, our horny texters use real, normal mobile numbers. Confidential, when it's all over, we'll stop texting you. Here's some example text just to get the gears going. Yeah, I'm desperate to have that big hard cock inside of me. Another one. I'm so fucking horny for you, smiley face. Playing with myself right now, XX.
I would feel like I'm just texting a bot.
I love being your dirty secret whore that your wife doesn't know about, smiley face. Yeah, I'm desperate to see that big hard cock in your hand.
Can't wait to isolate all these.
Yeah, I mean, hey, we want to start isolating. I've got some shit. So yeah, that's the type of things. I want to know how much this is because I would love. Okay, €12.50 gets you 10 texts. That seems like a.
I'd rather
shittier
get the
deal
phone
than
call.
5 minutes. Yeah, I just want to text like, I want to stomp on your balls because I love when it's a thing like that and
Like
they have
the
to be like,
degrading shit.
yes, stomp on my balls. What shoes are you wearing? And I'm like, one's with cleats. I'm wearing cleats. And they're like,
Cleats to stomp on your testicles.
cleats on my balls. Hell yeah. So yeah, everybody, our newest sponsor, callback.xxx. If you want to buy, I think you could buy this and put in 402-732-7737. Don't do the call because our phone forwards, or let us know and we'll gladly answer.
Yeah,
and
we'll
record
answer it. Or
Otherwise,
they
you
can
can
just
buy
leave
some
us a
texts,
voicemail.
and we already get texts that seem sexual from time to time, and
Yeah,
we reply
some
back
of us
with
get
the-
stalked.
Yeah, you'll have to be more specific. We all get stalked now. Because the people love us, but only in secret. So go tell all of your friends to listen to this show, or we will quit.